Trying again. Oh, so okay, that's gotta go. Okay. Jesus, what an ordeal, these live streams. All right, so now I have no idea if anybody's even here. Oh.
You should be good.
Yeah. Okay. So we're back on, right? So all the people that were on the previous one are gone now. So hopefully we can get a few back. Jesus, what a cluster. All right, there they come. Sorry, guys. Jesus Christ. Okay. Apparently, you guys caught a little hot mic as I was struggling to get this thing. Let me just tell you right now, it was not my fault. That was Monte Crypto tweaking me. All right, well, we're trying to get a few people back here, and we'll get, yeah. You know, Kenneth, there's like 12 different clicks that have to happen, and we hadn't changed anything since yesterday. So I'm pulling my hair out going, why can't I get any sound? And the whole time the mic is hot, but there are, I'm not kidding, there are at least 12 Lifford clicks to get these things working. So we'll get there shortly here, guys. So I appreciate you bearing with us here. You should be able to see this Litecoin chart, which is where we're going to start. I think Monte Crypto's got us. We're good to go here. All right, so we'll try and get good. Yeah, okay, there we go. All right, sorry guys, I apologize for the frustration and the harsh language. Right, I'm guessing nobody gives a shit. Okay, so we're back to we're gonna get started here in just a second. I just have one little promo piece here. I won't overdo it, but let me get back to my choices here because we're picking up where we left off from yesterday, and I believe that is with this 4-hour Litecoin from Al Nawahi. We had left off on his Unify to the dollar tether here, so we're going to get here in 1 second. Before we do, let's see how we're doing on a head count. Oh, looks like maybe we can get a few more. Oh, we got 23. Okay, we're good. All right, I would try and get to 20 before we start. Okay, so I'm assuming that your email inbox is as full of Black Friday promos as mine is, so we can't skip that. Of course, this is our biggest. This actually is the biggest discount we do of the year. I'm not exactly sure how we zeroed in on Black Friday being the big one, but what I mean by that is the 40% off the yearly. That's the big. That's as far as we ever go. We usually do it. This is 30, but this is a big one. So if you've been on the fence and thinking about this, boy, this is the way to do it and save yourself some dough. Now, a couple of things, and I mentioned this the other day, that we think is a kind of a courtesy because you'll see it done both ways. So, for example, if you did the 3-month at 30% off, that it's not like we just hit you on that first 3. If you were to renew, you'd have the same rate. Same thing with a monthly. So if you did the monthly at 20% off, if you decided to continue for the second month, it would stay at that price. So we don't just discount your initial investment into the education and then jack it back to you. So we'll hold those steady. So and the same thing for a yearly, right? We have many people that just they do a yearly and then they wait for the next Black Friday. And they bang that yearly, so they get maximum bang for their investment dollar here on their education. So we'll promo this. I'll probably talk about it on Friday again. This will be on our Twitter feed. So just so you know, that's happening. Okay, so there's my little marketing spiel for the day. Now, so first up, this is Al-Wanahi with his. Now, I pulled out here a little bit to see how he was counting this because it's funny. I was looking at Litecoin last night and was a little concerned by the technical pattern here. Now, the way he's counting it here, and this is a valid count. I think this is really open to interpretation. Now, oh shit, hang on, I got to turn this. Never fail to turn that off. I have 2 machines here. So I have one machine is all everything we're doing here, all the crypto. The other machine is all the future stuff. And I always forget to turn that off. Okay, so here I have Al-Wanahi. So he's given me a 4-hour. I'm going out to the daily because I was curious how he was counting this, right? So the first thing you're going to see right here is a little bit of a problem. So if you were interpreting this as he is, now he's not giving me subdivision here, but I think we could probably agree that this wouldn't be too hard to count, right? That's not going to be a toughie to get a handle on that. So we've got an impulse up. Oh, I mean, you could probably complicate the hell out of this, but that's pretty much 3 down. If we're going to keep it simple, we got a 3 there. You could, God knows, I mean, you could get all sorts of craziness going on there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got another impulse, right? So you see the problem. Oh, and now and this isn't, just as you're learning Elliott Wave, this is the kind of thing you look for. It looks like you were very diligent about it on the way up, but it maybe slipped your mind here. So this would be problematic to this count. Now, let's see, how could we do this? Unless, as some have implied with Bitcoin, right, and it's going to be very similar, unless this were 1, 2, 1, 2, we'd have to start from scratch on this count because of the overlap here, right? So we couldn't have an impulse with that overlap. Now, it's just funny that this would be the first thing up here. So I'm just bring over motive wave. This is what I was looking at yesterday. Last night, it's the last thing I looked at before I moved away from the charts. This is a bit troubling here. Now, what I mean by that is that this pattern here, so sure there is the potential. Good God, let's see. Oh, you guys can't see it now. Oh, shit. I'm used to doing that on, here, we'll do it this way. I actually am not sure. I can't do, if I put it, yep, you can't see it if I do it that way. Okay, well, here, we'll just do it this way. All right, so I'm gonna kill this. All right, so what I was looking at was accounting this a bit differently. Well, so right off the bat, let's see. Let me see here what I've got. I'm really counting it from here off of the low. So it would be closer to what I was just kind of drawing out. So since we know this count isn't valid, right? So I'm just going to push this off here, and I'm going to push this off because the 1, 2 could still certainly be valid. Well, let's get you way up here. All right, these, right, you got to put them somewhere, right? So I'll just shove them up here. Okay, so let's rethink the count as we have it here. The 1, 2, very solid. Now, this could be interpreted a couple of different ways. So let's see. I'm going to go. Oh, fuck here. What do I want to do? Let's go intermediate. Okay, so if I do it this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, again, I've counted it a little bit differently, but I don't know that it would matter. The point is we complete something up here. We've got it. Whether I'm counting it this way, right? As 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I like the final 5 here, this diag here that finishes. So I'm kind of working backwards, right? 3, 2, 1. This is, again, two Elliotticians might count that differently. It wouldn't matter here. We're going to get to a completed impulse ultimately at the top. So what's the alternative here if it's not going to be counted the way he had it? Oh, shit. That's too big. Let's go minuet. Okay, so let's bring this in. So what would be the alternate, right? If we're going to go 1, perhaps a 2, 3, 4, 5. So that keeps your 1, 2 intact, but it opens up another possibility here with this being a 1. Now let's go... well, that'll work. You can definitely count this as a 5, right? So the possibility here, and oh shit, let's see. Yeah, we'll break this down. All right, so there's a little ending diagonal in this, right? So now we've got this very clear contender for a 3. So you see where I'm going here, right? That is starting to look like a real possibility. So shit, got the muting wrong there, sorry. Okay, so here we go. Now, if we're up here. Now, of course, this could, there's the potential for this to go 1, 2, 1, 2, which is kind of what we're looking at with Bitcoin, which we're going to touch on a little bit today, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, okay, maybe, right? And that's how he's counting it. But then the assumption would be that the entire correction is done here. Now you look at it and you say, all right, a little front run on the 50. Fair enough, right? But is this enough to be correcting the length of that impulse? I think that's a question mark. So let me get this out of here. So this will be telling to the market because, well, it's the same thing in Bitcoin, right? So if we come down here and we start to break here, so notice the nice use of geometry. So Al-Wanahi, this is very well done. You've defined the impulse here. You've got your little correction. Oh shit! Here, let's go. He gave it to me on a 4 hour, so I should probably do it. Now note we are in log scale. You could probably come out of log scale at this degree. Yeah, but I'll keep it there since he sent it to me this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's solid. Again, very almost identical to Bitcoin. All right, ABC. That's solid. This is tricky, right? Because to your eye, it looks like 3 is the shortest, but it's not. I double checked it. So good use here where we have. Let's see if I take it out of log here. Now it's a little easier to spot. I mean, it is really close, but it makes it. All right, so if that's the 1, that's the 2. I get it right on there. That's longer is longer, right? So it just barely squeaks through, right? So we've in a clear 3. So we can work this as an ABC, 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 A, B, C. So the 1, 2, 1, 2 is reasonable, but of course we put it back in log scale. It's hard not to see the perfect symmetry here of a potential A to B equals C to D. So we look here, and I am actually not, or maybe I had on motive wave. Okay, so we're just a hair shy of the 100. Oh, looks like there's likely going to be some additional geometry here you could work with. So look at that, right? That's what you look for, right? So that kind of geometry confluence is significant, right? So when you see that, right, and looking at this here, well, so if it doesn't look like it would be the 3. So the 1, 2, so the idea that we went 1, 2, 1, 2, valid, but when you put it in its context, it's a little troubling. It's kind of back where I was here. Even if let's go to a 12 hour here, boy, you can just see the perfect potential because this. Oh shit! I wish I could show that to you. I think I've got it this way. Let me open this up. And you can kind of work backwards on this one as well. Oh, so what have I got here? Let's get, I want submicro. Okay, so kind of working backwards. Looks like I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, like Bitcoin, we essentially get a double bottom down here, although on Bitcoin, it's a slight truncation. So working backwards. All right, can I get that thing done? So if I do the same thing here, and I think it's 1, 2, 3. How did I do this? Yep, 3, 4. I think you had to do it this way. So you had to truncate, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, because I need the ABC there. ABC, 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 ABC. All right, so I've got a candidate here for an A wave. This would come down here and be a higher degree. Oh, let's put that in. What have we not used? Blue here. Oh, no, we've used blue. Let's go green. Okay, so you can see the potential here starts to get a little bit troubling to see. All right, so hopefully this is not what we're going to experience because it would be unusual for Litecoin to dump that hard to head down here, and all I'm doing is just targeting our prime zone for a 2. So how we get this done? Well, this is already feels a little bit like a stretch here. That we're going to call this an impulse with this very shallow 3. Of course, it's possible, and even if it pardon me, as a diag, even if we're going to hold this, boy, since we're getting 5 coming down here, it's hard not to think we're working on a 1. Even if we got a big 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That's ominously threatening here in Litecoin. So I think this will be very telling as to how this unfolds, right? So it's the same thing in Bitcoin. Did we do 1, 2, 1, 2, or is something something more bearish underway. So how are we going to know? Well, we're not going to know until we get right here, right? And see, do we complete this in a 5? And if we do, what are we completing here? And ultimately, I guess we won't know until we get here and we see if there's a retest of that low. So this is it's a bit frustrating because you at this point, let's just play it out. Let's assume we get the reaction here. Now, are you going heavy here? Are you going hard on a 3? I think this would give me some pause. Now, you can probably get this done. Oh, it looks like you could get this done here. You could get this done as a 3. Oh, squeeze the 4 in there. You'd have another 5 here. All right. So then maybe you're thinking, oh, A, B, C. Well, it would be, it's not much of a B. So A, maybe you get a little mini B in here where we truncate the C. I mean, it's already not particularly great. A, B, C, D, E. Maybe you get a little triangle here, and you're starting the 1, 2 here. That actually could be the better solution here. But it's back to the length of time, right? So this, looking at this relative, if this is 1, 2, 1, 2. Boy, this looks just ripe, and I think that's a 786 if I'm not mistaken. No, we are in log. Yeah, so we got just you couldn't script that as a B any better. We're literally nailing the trend line. You could think of it just as a trend line, the median line, the 786, right, prime B zone, and now we're coming off of it with a 5. So just the fact that we're coming off with a 5. Now, if it finishes in a 5, this count, his count of a 1, 2, 1, 2 starts to look questionable. Again, play that out. Unless we're going to get something unusual, if we get 5 here, right? The only way we could save that, right? If we got a 3 here and then we came down and we're going to double bottom here. I think you're hitting the hopium pipe there. This looks like we're just coming down straight into a 5, right? So we get the reaction. Now, what does that set up? All right, it looks to me like that's threatening. So this would be certainly something to have an alert on. If you're in Litecoin, which I am, right? I'm paying attention to what happens here, and you can see. Oh, I know that's probably hard to see for you guys. I got a lot of shit on there now. Hang on. That's his. Let me get this out of here. Let's see. We're on a 12-hour. Let's go down to a 2 and really look at this coming down. A, B. Right, okay. I can live with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this is how we get out of here as a 2. All right. So this is a problem. All right, so this as well, it looks like I can get a clear 5 here. This is just a problematic count. All right, this is close, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh shit, maybe I can get it there. Let me go in there a little bit. Maybe I'm just looking to see if I can get a 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. You might be able to get it. I think we're pushing it a little bit here. 3, 4, 5. Let's get that microed. Let's get you sub and get you minuscule. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can do it. 5, 3. It squeaks by, right? So we don't get overlap here. So 5, 3, 5, 3. Oh, looks like you can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's label it. So it looks like it can get done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So if you're in Litecoin, you're clinging to this count. Now already the balance between the proposed A, the B, and now we're going to have this C. All right. So here, I'll take it out of log. Okay, so, it could be, right? So, what you really want is something more like this. So, putting the big extension down here, well, then you'd have to dig in here and say, is there another way I can count this? So, this does look like I've got a decent 5 off of the lip at the top. 1, 2, maybe not. Let's see. One, 2, and a little skinny down there. This is clear 3. This is a kind of a guess, unless you truncate it over here. A, B, C into the... God damn, these are so small. Let's go up here. Oh, come on. Okay, 1, 2. All right, so can we get a clean 3 here? You'd have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I can live with it. All right, 4 would have to go here. Now, can we get that done? Well, let's just see how technical we are. This looks like a 23. If that's it. Oh, pardon me, 38. Okay, A, B, C into the 38. Maybe you're working the 1, 2, but you don't have a 3 yet. So 1, 2, 1, 2 of 3. This S step 3, 4, 5 has to happen. Getting a little shaky down there. If we can get all that to play. So this one I think is really worthwhile keeping a close eye on. Well, see, I'm out of log scale. I could go to a regression channel here. So right now I don't have new lows here. So I'm just going to use the lowest low that I've got. So I'm just looking here. So per this, from this high to this low, right? It doesn't have to be the lowest low. It's just all of the data that we're trying to measure. 2 standard deviations on either side. So something doesn't look like we could finish here. Well, all right. The other possibility here is we're doing this, and that's the 1 going in. All this would be lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So careful. It sets it up nicely. So here we are. Oh, which golden zone is that? This one. This is the bigger one. This one. All right. Oh, no, that's his. I see it. Okay, so coming down here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We already hit golden zone. Now, if we break again, here's the algo target. We'd be coming in down here to the larger one. I don't think there's a trade per se here, as in well, if it comes down here, if you get this to finish down here and you're at this larger golden zone here, or at the maybe a little front run here, there's probably a trade here for the more aggressive of you that don't want to wait for this. But I'd do it here, right? Because you can sure see the alternate count really threatens this. So I'd be very disciplined on a stop here, because you're going to need a 1, 2 that to hold, and you're going to need this to come firing out of here with muscle, right, to offset, because every Elliottian on the planet is looking at the same thing, right? So they're looking like, boy, that sure looks like an ABC. Oh, fuck, come here. This little confluence here is troubling, right? So I have to take it out of log here to get to deal with that thing. Get out of there. This troubling. So my suggestion here would be, if you're in Litecoin here, I wouldn't be panicking necessarily, but I don't think you're at the right spot here to add until we see the reaction here at the golden zone. You see the structure. You can just send it across, right? There's lots of structural support there. If we pivot that 5 there, boy, we're going to need a nice solid reaction, and it better come off in a 5. So my view would be wait, get the reaction, take the first retrace, right? On the idea that it's 1, 2, 1, 2, right? Now, because you're going into the 3, and that's going to be, if it's 1, 2, 1, 2, now we're into the 3. Well, let's see. So this would be the 3 of the 3. So this is potentially a big money wave. 1, 2. Well, this would be the third of the third if this is not going to be a B, right? 1, 2. Well, 1, 2. So this would be shit. You really at this point now, if because it's 1, 2, 1, 2, you're not expecting the third here. You're expecting the 1 of the third, right? For this to play out, to get to these upper targets up here where we're at 7,200, think about that. Okay, if this is 1, 2, and we've gone 1, 2, well, we got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to complete the 3 at this degree. So it gets extremely bullish. This would not be a crisis in my view, right? This is just, it gives us clarity. Oh, you know, if you're levered up, you're long since stopped out, I'd like to think. But if we did that, let's just ponder that for a second. I don't think that's necessarily bad news, other than the drawdown you're going to take. But if it's 1 and we're putting in a more complex 2 here, boy, plenty of upside to come off of that. We're looking for a 3 up here, right? So that first third target is at 7,200, right? Off of the idea that we've gone 1 and we're going to go A, B, C into a 2 here. I'm just using the 50 of the golden zone. I can't even get there, right? Oh, fuck. That's because it's log. Log screws the drawing up. There, okay. Now, this would not be bad news. And I think, you know, again, people are going to be unhappy, right? If they're longing it in here, which many will. If it comes down here and does this, boy, talk about a setup. Holy shit. I mean, this is, I'm almost kind of hoping we get it. Because it clears it up, right? Oh, that nice big 3, with this technical confluence here. Now I come down here and I finish in a 5. I know exactly where I am. And I know exactly what to anticipate next, right? Moneyball. Okay, let me keep moving here, because I just had spent a little time on that last night, and I thought, boy, that is ominous what that's doing there. So let me keep moving. Okay, so next up I got hacked off with Beyond Meat. All right, I like this, that we're getting a kind of a alternation between crypto and trad. So I got, where'd you put it? Monthly and then daily. Okay, so I got, here's monthly. Uh-oh. All right, well, let's look at, oh, shit, I got to copy it. All right, guys. Okay. He's got all sorts of things on here. This is a good way to approach it. See who's moving. It's always interesting to me see how members set up their work, to see what he's watching here. Bitcoin, AMD. Always kind of interesting to see. Okay, so he wants to see Beyond Meat. Oh shit. What are we doing here? So this is previous basing price acceptance area with high volume nodes. Okay, I follow you. All right, that makes sense. Okay, so let's do this. Whew. It's tough to do Elliott on a monthly, because the subdivision gets a little subjective. So let's go down to the weekly. Let's see how that looks. All right, so prior low, structural high. Boy, this is nice detail. Hacked off, flexing a little muscle here. Nice work. Okay, so we've got it's kind of so we're doing a shift pitchfork here coming into this, right? So we're down 50 and over, right? So here's our 50. Impulsive 1, well, that's a deep 2. WXY XZ. Sexy. Okay. WXYX. Ooh, man, we're just getting gnarly down there. Let's go into that. Oh, let's go 3-day. See how we look down here. ABCWXYXC. God, that's a lot of combos. I like the perfect 50 here. One buy opportunity. Clear stop loss. God, I like it. So here's his trade right here, as it comes into this little confluence pocket. So here's what he's after. So any of you that are, that's an ideal option trade. All right, so why do I say that? Because the market's been coming down. So calls are going to be less expensive. Now you've got some volatility here. Earnings has already come and gone. Looks like the market didn't like it. until previous low tested before potential triple bottom. Oh, that's down here. I see. Okay, so that's well. So what he's doing is something I do a lot, right? When you get this kind of view. All right, so here's the base of support. So essentially, this is what he's thinking in this trade. We just use this here, and all it was just prior wicks, right? So a clear, obvious, always, just a nice way to view the market, right? So if I squeeze this up and say, okay, well, not too hard to find the support and resistance. Right. So just off of that alone, right? So as we come down here, now of course, right? So I would imagine y'all are expecting me to say this, right? You don't necessarily have to sit down here and just buy it. Now that's aggressive. You could do it if you're buying the asset. I might do that if I'm buying an option. You want to get it as precisely as you can because you have a little buffer there, and then you're going to have to buy some time, right? Because on this kind of a scale, you're going to need time. So if you're thinking options, well, just right there, you're halfway into, well, you're well into the first quarter. At the end, you're into April here. Just even something like that. So you're going to need at least 90 days to come off of that, and you're going to need a pretty good move. So the market's going to need to accelerate. Now you got to ask yourself, well, I don't want to veer too far into the fundamental story, right? So because the technician doesn't really need to. So let's go down to the daily here. And as we look at this, that is a nice setup. Yeah, I mean, you could buy that right now. If you're buying the underlying, if you're buying Beyond Meat, if you want to park X amount of dollars into it, that's not bad, but boy, I sure would want to see the reaction. Now, the temptation here is to just buy it because you're in that little pocket here. So if it starts to break here, you just bail on the trade. So you're really trying to pick the turn here. I'd anticipate, if anything, we get at least a pop to the median line, right? That's like a magnet. See, it's a magnet to it here. So we had here's the corner pocket in the shift pitchfork here. Well, whether that didn't quite get there. Here's your 80%. So I'd want to see the reaction if it's me, particularly if I'm trading options. I want to see a little bit of a pop there. And then you might be buying up here in the I might spread it, buy something at the money and something out of the money, or just buy the underlying here, as he's noting, very clear point to where you're out. So it's a low risk, high. What's he got there? 9-1. I might give that a little more cushion because this is so obvious. You might often you'll see a little liquidity grab here. They'll run all this and then turn it around. So I might give that a little bit more room. Or if they were to do that, it'll show that what they're doing will show. If they run it and start to run it up, then you know that's what they did. So that's a bit of a tell. If we take it down, then we pop towards the median line, it was just a liquidity grab, and so they just suckered all the sellers of the retail breakout sellers, right? There's your trade, right? Now, there's 3, 4, and that's just going to be the 1, right? If it comes out of here. If, right? So he's trying to go, so you could do it, you could really do it this way. From the 2 to the 3, right? You wouldn't quite have the, the assumption being here, you got the full 5. I might trade it from the 2 to the 3. You'd be buying down here at 76 and riding it to 112. But that's a nice trade. I wouldn't. And then if you caught that, well, you wait and you see, does it finish, or do you get a 3 and we're going back down? Or if you finish with a 5 here, well, then you're just teed up waiting for the next. Right? There is a method to the madness. Okay, so that's nice work, Hacked Off. Good. I mean, very detailed. That's tricky, Elliott. Right? Particularly out at this distance. Let's see. I didn't see if you had your daily here, but I think not. So, okay, that's very, very nice work. Okay, Archideuce with Rio. What are we doing here? Rio. I like this mix. So it's not all crypto all the time. I know we all love crypto, but okay, what do we got here? Rio. Is this Rio Tinto? That's what I thought. Okay, so let's copy this. All right, and I've got man, somebody gave us a nice little kicker there. Thank you very much. Okay, so Rio Tinto. I don't know if you can hear me, Monte. So remind me, I got to get back to that.
Yeah, we've got 2 of them. I'll remind you after this.
Okay, yeah, let me do this one, then I'll hit those. All right, because I appreciate those. All right, Rio Tinto. Okay, well, I like this already. It's good looking work here. I'm just going to hide the volume just so it clears up the chart. What is that? Oh, that's earnings, right? Okay, so 1, 2. Okay. Well, you can sure see how you can sure see that as a candidate. But let's just work with what he's got here. So 1, there's your COVID low. Now, let's get context here. Okay, good. So that all works. Oh, all right. Let me get the full rip here. Okay, lovely. That right, beautiful. Right, you can't. This is the thing about Elliott, right? When you get something like this, where it's so drop dead in your face, you cannot miss it. I mean, that's hard to miss. That's when you really want to lean into the Elliott. So often you'll hear me say things like, "Oh, it's just not good enough." Right? Or, you know, you can almost always, not always, but almost always get a count on something. Right? I mean, that's part of the brilliance of it, right? That you can damn near always get a count on it that adheres to rules and guidelines. But just getting a count on it is not enough. It should be, and where it's most powerful is when it's just staring you in the face. When it's so obvious that the market is following this particular pattern. Now, but just because it's following it here, it can break down, but that's rare. Once you get a clear 1, 2, anything's possible, right? This could turn into a giant ABC. It's possible. Does that look probable? Right, looking at where we're coming from, and this is the daily. Oh shit! I mean, it's. Let's get the absolute lows in here. Right, this is always good to have perspective on where it's come from. So this was just a long rolling, right? Whatever so here's what I would not be doing. 1, 2. Right? Looks like this is all just part of this huge correction. Oh shit! This has to go to log scale. Right? I think is a stretch because it's really not that far. And this being the COVID low, I think everything kind of resets from here. So with that 1, 2 coming in, now since he sent it to me out of log, I'll come out of log. We certainly have the range for it. That's not, well, from low to high, we got more than 4 times the range, which is kind of a guideline. All right, so let's get in here and wick this off. Okay, so there's the 1 that we've now overlapped. So. Okay, so as we were just looking at that, and this is much like the Litecoin that we looked at when we started. If this is 1, 2, well, assuming this is an impulse as he's drawn it here, we got problem, Houston. So you'd be assuming, okay, right? If this is going to rip here, it's got to be, if this count is going to hold, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? Is that what he's calling it here? Well, he's not giving me his thoughts on that, right? So let's just play it out here. So we're out of log, right? Out of log, right? If this is 1, this is 2. Okay, that's slightly annoying, right? You'd love to have it come up here, but this is second most common. All right, let's break down this here. Does that look about right? So we're gonna have to go. Let's go down to a 4. 1, 2. Okay, I don't see any major problems. There's a nice long 1. There's not much of a 4 there, but that works. Oh, so we've just hit the 50. So he's trying to put the 5 in up here. Yeah, get you up here. Do I like this? Yeah, so this, I'm just looking at here, this would have to be the 4 working backwards. Looks like that's the 2. So this is a bit of a, I don't like this here. So that's, I mean, I'm already down to a 2 hour. Do I really, you'd have to do A, B. Again, right? Is that the right look for the correction? Well, I'm going to just well, no, I don't want to do that. I want to keep that for his. I want to just hide it. Let me hide that for a sec. Now we're out of log. All right, so just easy things you can do here, as he's done here, is just the regression channel. As we're so clearly, right, until we break out of this, still in the correction. So I'm a little tempted to want to do this, right? So this just to my eye, I'm kind of seeing that right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. The 1, 2 here is a little iffy, right? So I kind of see his thinking here that the 1, 2 doing it this way. Maybe it doesn't matter here. All right, we complete something up here. We have anything below? We got each of the peaks we got overdone. So A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I don't like that 1, 2. Let's just look in there. 1, 2. Let's just to take a closer look here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 5. All right, so the 3 relative to the 1, 2 extreme could be done. That's what I'm guessing he's saying, right? Could be done, right? Wouldn't be much of a finish. All right, this all looks reasonable. Okay, so let's put it all back together. Okay, I'll go back to a 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. This is the only way you could trade that. So we're in the pocket. Oh, I've got his stuff here. Ideally, that comes down, right? You'd get it right in the golden zone. You may not. Just looking here, you could see how it could hold here. I might even do this, right? So you're definitely in a support structure here. Oh, fuck. Do we have enough there? 1, 2. Well, it's not here, right? So if anything, if this is solid enough, you've got a candidate here. That's not much of a finish. But you do get a new low. And unless we're doing an ABC, unless we're doing ABC here before we come down again. Let's go back here and see, do we get a 5 coming off of there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you might. All right, so that if that low is in, all right, so it's just standard ops here. Right, we'll just take this up. Now you're going to be down here waiting for a retrace. Now we don't know, right, that's pivoting. That's just the line I drew here. I think that's the prior one. So we could go up here. We don't know where that's going to go. Oh, this could be 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we don't have a retracement, right? So until that thing pivots and starts to come down, you're kind of on hold here watching this. Right? Do we get anything down here? Right, nice big high volume node here to play off of this. So right, just looking at that, I'd be kind of paying attention to that. If it comes down into 3, I think you buy the hell out of that. 61 would lend itself to options as well. Oh, I might. All right, something like this. All right, so there's the break. So the break, this is, if you're scalping short-term stuff, that's a valid trade. But what you really want is for this to finish that 5 and then come down here, maybe test from here, knowing that the thread as it goes. So you've got a clear exit here. You're looking for the money ball, right? So 1, 2, right? This kills it. You're right in here. You've got this to work off of. You've got this high volume node to work off of. That's what I would wait for. Just give me a little more. Oh, of course, you're going to have to deal with this on the way back. You're going to have to deal with that. That'll be there waiting for it. So 1, 2, maybe you can't get that far. Right? Maybe you're going to do something like this and run into your 3, hit your head here at the golden zone, re-kick it, and then you're up. Now you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now you lean into the idea that the low is in. So now you can be aggressive because you would at least believe that you had some sense of where you were. Okay, low's in. I finished the correction of the 2, so you got to take it all the way back out here. I finished the 2. I'm going 3. All right, so that's all. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, that may be too much to ask of Rio Tinto, but I mean, we're not looking at Bitcoin here, but it's got that history of, when we've been up to 140. the third up here, we'd be looking for new all-time highs. So an interesting technical puzzle here. I think that would be worth looking at as well. Interesting. 1, 2. Let me get this up here. 1, 2. All right, we're seeing that a lot, right? That's what we're thinking right now. If this is crypto, I'd be more inclined to be thinking 1, 2, 1, 2. Rio Tinto. We'll see. We'll see. Here, one thing I do like about the way this is counted, this is we complete the impulse here as opposed to trying to include this into it. So 1, 2, complete it here. Now, as we correct it, we'll see. Okay, that's good work, Arcaduce. Okay, now let me move. So what are the two money that we're going to? I got 2.
Let me actually message you because you have to type it in.
Oh, okay. On the DM. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
I got you.
You have to type it in and then press enter in order for it to come up.
Okay. Oh, holy shit.
So copy all of that, paste it, and hit enter. Yeah.
The whole thing. Shit, I didn't know I could do something that long. And oh, interesting. So we're looking for ETH. Is that what he's after? ETH to the tether?
No, it's
on Coinbase.
Spell on Sushi Swap.
Oh, fuck.
But it
Wait
takes...
a sec. Wait, do I have to do it this way? Something. I don't think I can get that. How can I get that?
So you just type the S, like, and just press enter.
I did.
It didn't come up.
Well, there. I don't think I don't think Coinbase gives you access to this.
All right. So let me figure this one out.
Well, okay, you work on that one if you can, and then I'll hit the other one, and we'll circle back. If we can't do it, obviously we'll kick him back.
QTCON versus, I think it's going to be Korean won is the only one you can do.
So what's the symbol?
QTCON.
We're doing crypto? No.
Yeah, it's a crypto.
It is? And we're doing it to the dollar tether? Or to the...
No, it's Korean won. So QTCON and then Korean won at BitThumb.
I'm surprised I don't see it. Wouldn't it be here? Are we sure we've got this? All sources?
Oh, you've got COM, CON, con.
QTCOM.
N, as in Niagara.
N. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's why I was going. It should come up. Okay, all right. So we got a time frame. Oh, that's a bitch.
Yeah, you'll probably have to do daily line, maybe.
Yeah, that's gonna be gnarly.
You know.
All right. Well, let's first look here. So this is. That's the downside of trading something like this. Well, okay, so let's come here, but you don't have a lot to work with here. QTCON. Well, let's go back here. Let's take it at a log scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just at first glance, right, it's hard not to be thinking this. But with that, we kind of kill it, right? So that wick is putting a real monkey in the wrench here. Now, let's see if we're technical here. Here, I got these guys. I got mine on here. Okay, so that's interesting. That it's technical. Let's see if I'm right on there. Golden zone. Now that's a log scale golden zone. Well, you can make a case that we just did that and they got second target and off it went. That seems unlikely here. But that is telling, right, that we've got that there. So let's go all the way to the top and see how we do here. Well, that's just a pain in the ass here. So this it doesn't look like this is a great start. So it looks like this is a 3. So this is part of you kind of wanted that to go down and correct it there. Whereas, okay, maybe you can get an A, B, C here. So that looks like you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like you can go 1 or A, B, C. Let's try with the B and go into the C. So that's a possibility. Now, maybe you get a diag there. Oh shit! Can we even get anything smaller time frame? Okay, let's call that a 1. All right, little diag. God damn it. Okay, 1, 2. All right, now we get into trouble here. Like so, you might have maybe thought that was coming there, but now it's not really there. So ABC seems your only alternate here. ABC. Now, what do we do with that? Oh, that's a bit of a problem. Well, if it was me and I had to trade this, I'd be paying real close attention. Oh, here, I'd actually do it this way. I'd be paying real close attention to where we had all this rejection. Down, up. Now it breaks. Now anticipating that to come back and test that seems a reasonable bet. There's no way to turn this into something impulsive. So, maybe you're working a WXY. Oh shit! This is just almost impossible to get anything meaningful on. Oh, I guess if you're a bull, and usually if people are asking, they're looking for bullish help. Well, it's not hard to consider this. You just don't have a good launching point here. But if you were, well, so if we do it this way, at least it gives you something to work with here. So we've got all, you just draw it over, right? You've got all of this basing action down here. So we can certainly be clear about the fact that the market finds support down here. So if you're, well, of course, I talk about this a lot. This would be, I would not enter there. What you want is to let that to come through and then come back, right? That's what you're after. So this, even though that little turtle head is tempting. Oh, okay. So I'd put that there, but remember, it's not so much the prior resistance that you're thinking about. It's the prior support. So you'd have, oh shoot, they're all just such kind of ugly wicks. Oh, that's potentially any of these are candidates that you bump into. So you could just kind of do it this way. Okay, so I got to get through that, right? For this to reestablish, I mean, you had a pretty nice rip coming off of that. Now, had its own little crypto winter. I have no idea why, right? But and that could be tied to the yuan. But there's almost no Elliott count here that you could this really workable. So I'd almost abandon the Elliott here until you get something started, right? Now. Gets something going like this, like you had it here, right? You had all of the ingredients here of a good Elliott count coming in, but now you went all the way back and you broke the low. So this wick is creating problems on the Elliott front. But from just a straight price action basis, well, you got the look here. So you got the Vegas wave here on a 4-hour here, literally stacked on top of itself. So there is really no trend other than no trend. I mean, there's just sideways. So there is no trend. So this is going to need I mean, you can just kind of map it out, right? You can see, pop up into the prior support. Now come back, and now I got maybe a 1-2 because I want to see this get tested. Right? That's here's you could damn near do some Wyckoff on this. So here's your spring, right? The little fake break. Now up we go, break this. Oh, you probably call that the creek, right? So we're going 3, 4, 5 is what you need to come out of here. But until it does that, that's what I would do. I would wait till it breaks here. It's going to hit. It's going to run into some resistance here. It's not going to do this. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's not likely to do that. But here and then back down to retrace, right? Now you're just playing the support and the resistance. Now here, I'm getting it here. It has more meaning. Here, this is here as well. All right, so I would look at this and say, okay, if I break it, well, I'm going to run into some resistance. Now come back and test it. Now I can I'd use this as a stop, right? And unless you're just looking for accumulation. If you're thinking long term, well, shit, if you're thinking long term, you could buy some now, and if it comes back to test, you could reload, right? So if you're thinking, I'm dying to buy it right now, I would not buy all of it. Buy 40-50% of what you intend to buy now, and then maybe you get this opportunity to reload with a little more conviction. At least you would have seen, okay, there's signs of life here of getting out of this lower base. Now I'll put this in log. Now it's going to look very different. I think actually right here, until you get out, it's because of these wicks, you got to stay in arithmetic, even though you have the range, right? You went from 0 to almost 200. So obviously you have the range, but I just think it's too hard to see what's going on there. So that's what I would suggest. I mean, there's no Elliott count here. It's just it's not mature enough yet to really show it yet. There's not enough people trading it. There's really no structure here. It's just kind of, I mean, good luck putting a count on that. There's no structure to it. So you almost can't use Elliott here. Oh, I mean, you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, right? 8. So essentially that's a 3. But coming out of this, right, you can see why when it went sideways here. So come back down here and retest that. I would not be using this as a low. I would just be ignoring that wick. So if I'm going to measure from anything, I'd use this low. If we got a move up here, maybe we got this or this, right? I'd be using from the last low prior to its launching. So maybe you could label this. So you could get a 1, 2, working on the 3, 4, 5. So at least I come out of here and some shape of an Elliott count presents itself. So maybe you get more of a 3 here, and you come back and you test from above on the 4. That gives you the 5. Now you're out of here, and you've at least made it. God damn it! You've at least made it to the resistance in a 5. Now it may not be a pretty impulse like this, but at least you'd have the foundation of, okay, it's starting to shape up. More people are getting interested. I've got signs of life here. I've got signs of fear and greed. All right, this just sets it right up, right, for the next one. All right, I hope that's helpful there. This is really difficult for whether it's me or you looking at it, right? So you must know, right? You must have some insight into what's happening there. Maybe you're from South Korea, where for a long time that was the center of the crypto world. Now I don't think it plays that same role, but obviously a lot of people still watching. So I'd give it, let it shape something. Right now it's just like a seismograph. Okay, I hope they got a little help there. Okay. Okay. So it looks like Monty Crypto's given me a link here for the other one. Okay, so thanks, dude. Okay, let me get that going. Okay. So he paid in won here. Okay. All right. Well, if hopefully you got something out of that. Okay. So what are we doing here now? So this is the. Oh, you did get it.
Yeah, that's.
How did you do it?
The donator's I messaged him on Discord. That's his actual count and chart.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, this is sexy. Okay. All right. So we're in log scale. Well, I guess we're going to stay in log scale. Okay. So, 1, 2. Okay. 1, 3, 8, 1, 2. And it always throws me a little bit when the numbers or what the colors are different. Okay. 1, 2. That's nice work. So I'm on a daily. Can I get anything lower? Yeah, I guess I can. I didn't think we had this on here. 1, 2. Okay, let's brighten this up a little bit so we can see it better. Okay, 1 AB. We got WXY there. Well, this is a little bit. This seems a little bit off to me. So the way you have it here would be this. We'd be going 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm not even to the 5 yet. I think that's what you're implying here. So I got to change these here. So you got this in minuscule. So let me put that in micro and put it in white. Okay. So initially, I think that may be overly optimistic. And do you see just the wavelength relationship doesn't quite look right. It looks like it's too much for a third to go that far from that little baby 1, 2. So I don't have any issue down here, but you hear me say this a lot. Oh fuck! Here, where's the impulses? You want to try and connect them all together, right? So that you're not right. This is I see this a lot from new members, so that you're not going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Or vice versa. Fuck, come here. Or just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That's just doesn't have the right look, all right? But you see it a lot, and it's tempting to kind of lean into that. Go, oh shit, it must be that way because it didn't finish right. Try and finish them all together. So if I'm doing the same thing here, I'm looking at this, going, okay, from that pivot right there, sure looks to me like I can dig an impulse out of that. All right, so let's come back here. Oh, I like the low here. All of this is quite good. I mean, this is that's the reality of. That's what happens, right? When they hit the exchanges, you get this distortion here, and it's here it went far enough to where you really can't ignore it. But so let's revisit this count here. So this first would have to be much higher. Oh shit! Here, that's too high. Let's go to here we'll go to minuet, and let's put something we can see. We'll do the blue here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So and that it would still be going. Okay, so let's just reconsider. So the impression I get here is that you're still kind of learning some Elliott here, and some of those swing relationships. That's all part and parcel of what you'll get there eventually. So I'm going to just redo this a little bit for you, and let's see what we can come up with here. So let's take this up to the highest degree here and go, we'll go intermediate, and let's get that bright green. Okay, so 1, 2. Now, is this possible, right? So now the 4 is going to look shallow because we're in log scale. So now if I'm interpreting your information correctly, so now 1, 2, 3, this all looks quite good because where'd we go, right? And you already knew that. So this part you nailed because you're right here in our high probability point. Let's see, how did you do this? Why do I have that twice? I have that twice. I'm just going to redraw it. Okay, so if we're going to use this as a 1, and it's very reasonable to do it. Okay, so that must be your. No, how the hell did we get that? Okay, well, let's stay with it. I'm not sure how you got that. So this looks like you could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I've got your stuff on here. So let's go micro in white. And let's get rid of, I don't like that. I think it crowds the chart. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. That's a little skinny, but. Well, this has to be the correction. It almost doesn't matter, right? But that 4, 5 looks like that's a WXY into that 2. God, it actually looks like you could go 1, 2. Here, let's just rethink this. Looks like you could get this. All right, so I know you're bullish based on your count. Actually, looks like you could get this done this way. And we'd still be working on the 4 over here. So all of this still yet to come. Let me just take that off. Now, is this reasonable, right, to think 1, 2? Well, so it's tempting to think right here at this. That's the 1618, 200, not unreasonable. 2, 3, 4. I see a 1 there. So this looks like there's a 1, 2 here, 3, 4, 5. That looks very, very much like it's there. So that would be a good candidate here for 3, 4, 5. So A, B, C, or corrective, almost doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like an ending diag gets it done. Okay, so we got a contender there. Oh, looks like here. Let's do it this way. If I just do some traditional Elliott oh fuck, I'm in log scale, so I can't do it. All right, let's that is the trade-off with log. It fucks up your geometry. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's come from here to here. All right, we're right in the pocket. Now, this is a 4 hour. It's possible, right? A, B, C doesn't look like it's quite done. That could be a WXY, right? So that looks like a 3, so it looks like it's got more to go. 2, 3. All right, let's go look over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like, oh, that's a bitch. Oh, that little pump wick. I don't know that I would use that as a 1, 2. Well, let's label it. All right. So sometimes it's just to get started. It's like anything, right? See, the hard part is starting. All right. So 1, 2, maybe 3, 4. That looks like that finishes in a 5 here. Now I'm on a 4 hour. So let's go. I don't like this finish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doesn't really work. Well, there it is again. So you see here what I'm struggling with. I want to try and finish the impulse right there. Right? So finish an impulse here. I do not want to. Right. So just off the bat, I don't want to do this. 3, 4, 5. Right. Likely that's not it. Right. That relationship is too wonky. Doesn't have the right look. So immediately, as soon as I see that, I go, that's less likely there. So if you find yourself going, oh, 1, 2, oh, and you're squeezing it in there, keep looking, right? Likely that's not it, right? Not always. So we got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it looks like you got a candidate here for A. Oh, fuck, that's not much of a B. You're going to have to do it here. 1, 2. That's a little shaky. So I don't love that. I'm already thinking, is this a WXY? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 1. A, B, C. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's. Looks like that works. A, B, C into the 4. That's the internal of this, so that's got to go up. So it looks like we got a pretty solid impulse here. Let's check the 2 to the 4. It looks like 50. Golden zone. Golden zone. Now that's deep, right? So already that's a little, that's like atypical. Second target to the tick, right? So while it may be atypical to an Elliott count, clearly the algos got, right? Looks like this is a front run on the first target, and I got second to the tick. So 1, 2. Now how do we look coming off the low? Is this a candidate for that 4? This is a big, let's get that up. I'm still in log, so I can't. See, the problem is the finish. So it could be you have to do it this way. And then A, B, fuck. That's toughy. Already I'm kind of squishing the 5 in. This looks like it's solid. So I've got an impulse in the 3. 1, 2, 3. That's the 4, 5. A, B, C. I guess I could do it this way. So we'd finish it as a diag. So it would be from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish that. Ideally, it's expanding, or it's contracting, not expanding, but you don't always get. Phew, I hate it. I actually hate that. Because the size of the 5 is all wrong. So do you see how this? Oh, fuck, can I even do that? Yeah. Oh, can I even do that? Oh, I think I can. I just eliminated that count. No wonder I hated it. Yep, can't do that. So it would have to be here. A, B, C. Fuck, I don't love that any better. That you might just be stuck with that. Fuck, do we have to go to a 15? One, 2, 3, 4. Oof. Hey, well, here, this is the problem here. You're going to have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe you can get that done. Can't say I love that either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not great looking, but let's label it. All right. Oh, let's see here. Let's get that. I'm going to hide that. All right, well, that's a bit of a stretch here. So it finishes better as an ABC. Do you see what I'm struggling with here? This looks like I could do it A, B, and I could get the C down here. That feels like I got to go A, B, C. That's not much of a C. Oh, maybe I could do it here. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Might have to do it that way. Okay, so A, B. Now we finish with that 5. So working backwards. All right, so we can't finish with an ABC. So now how do I make that work? How do I fit that in? Yeah. Well, it doesn't. Can we go WX ABC? So this would have to be the X. So maybe we can make that work. X, Y. So ABC. Let's see if we can get that. This is a tough one, no doubt about it. A, B, C. That might work better. Come back here. Let's get that out of there. That's a bit of a. It ain't pretty. 3. Fuck. Hard trying to get that into a 5. I don't think I can do it. I'm gonna have to do it over here. A, B, C is already a little iffy on that. WXY. So is this well, here again, is that the start that you want? Well, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boy, it's not the start that I would want. So once again, look at the shape of it. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you see how I'm coming way over here. I can't complete it, so I'm getting exactly what I don't want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so this actually looks pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. Can't go 1, 2, 3. Let's see if that's long enough. God damn, this is a toughie. 2. Not long enough. So I'm already down in a 15-minute, right? And this is all just looking like a giant cluster. So my first thought would be wait until there's more reveal here as to what the market is doing. It's just too shaky. Right? So I'm now, if I had an hour to spend on this, I might be able to come up with something better, but it just, that's not the start you want. I mean, I guess the alternate would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's just the A, and this is still coming down here. So maybe I can just simplify the whole fucking thing. So give me a second here. Let's try and simplify. When in doubt, simplify if you can. Can we do this? 5 into an A. Not my favorite, but okay. So let's call that the A. All right, maybe this is just we're complicating for when we don't need to. So this could be the A, B, C. So let's think about that. That actually, now just doing it, starting to feel better about that. Okay, so here it's ugly, but let's call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm struggling a little bit with that finish, so that makes me tentative. Is that really enough? There's really, that's a tough call to make that. You got a 5 here, which doesn't quite fit. So right already, this is a little problematic. Let's see if we can get the A, B, C in here. So maybe A, B, C is going at the lower degree. Whew, toughie. Okay, so right, A, B, C. Okay. Now, if it takes out this low and we start to drop down here, this is going to get relabeled, and you know where your problem spot is, right? So I just struggled with it, right? So this is hard to get that clean 5. You're squeezing a 2 in there, and then even if you did, because this looks like 5, 4, 3. That's what it looks like. But I went down to a 15-minute. There's just no subdivision here, so it looks more like A, B, C. So this would be where I'd highlight and say if this rolls over again, I know I got a problem there. I got to rethink how I'm even approaching that whole swing here. But at least I get a completed impulse here. Right? You see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to complete that here. This is ugly, and this looks like an A. So there could be more to go there. Right? So this looks, here, let's go up a degree. Right? So I've mapped out all the possibilities for you. Okay, so this looks like that could be an A. We could be working on the B of a C before we come down a little bit lower. Let's get that in yellow. Okay, since that looks like a 5, okay, so I can have an A following an A. This is part of an A, B, C. Now, if we go up here and blow that out, well, then you're back here squishing something in there, which you don't want to do, but there are times where the market's not going to give you the option, right? You just got to trade what's there. Can't get you out of here. Right, but there's your problem spot. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, right? Of course, we could have, if this is an A, we could have an expanded B. So you've got this area to kind of pay attention to as it comes back down here. Now, what's next? Okay, I like this better. So after fussing with it for a while here, I think you can work that 5 as an A. It's at least you can get a diag there. That looks like 5, 3, 5. All right, we stay down here. Oh, I'd look here as well. Let's get platinum. Okay, so I got the golden zone, 707, 786, 887. So if this B comes down here and we pop into any of this down here, I'd be looking. Now, remember, you're not trying to pick the turn here of the 4 per that count. If it comes in 3, you'd have high class problem, right? So if you were a buyer down here and we don't tank lower, well, are you buying into the C of the B or is it 1, 2, right? So the high class problem, right? So either way, it's bullish, right? Assuming you don't drop off here. So you could trade this with a stop off the pivot. Because if they can get it, they will, right? So maybe you get an expanded B and it does it that way, but I wouldn't, because it's vulnerable. So look over here. It's vulnerable down here, right, for it to fall, right? You got a little high volume node here tied to this, but because it's vulnerable, I would use this as your stop. Don't take the heat. If it does this, if it goes A and you get an expanded B, well, okay, if it starts coming up this way, it's got to do it in a 5, right? The C's got to be a 5, so you're going to get a 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, right? So it's often when it's unclear like this, is it A, B? Is it A, B, C? You want to try and look for where can I get in sync with the count as I'm calling it. So not me, but at you as the trader. A, if that's the B, that could be the 3, could be the 1 of the 3, could be the C. So either way, the pattern implies the next swing is higher. That's what I see here, and this is a tough count, so I understand why you wanted a little input on that. It's a tough one. It doesn't look like it's overly liquid either. That's what I do. right here, I'd want that. Now, is it 1, 2, or A, B? Either way, it implies new highs. Or from this swing, I'd be paying attention up here, right, as you get to that golden zone from that last swing, assuming we don't get a new low here, right? There's your resistance. And of course, these guys will be looking for this. Now, where does that put you on the big picture? 1, 2, 3, right? You'd be all good right here. You'd have the prior 3, 4, right, down a degree, 3, 4, right? Potential support range. I might just do it like that. So all of this potential support for you. Look how that 4 lines up here. So if this goes A, B, C, that's not time to panic. That's time to load up. You'd be coming in here, second target right at the 38. Now, again, because it went so fast, there's no support until you get to that 1. So you just be mindful of that here. It went so fast here. Here you built a little base, but as you come back through this, there's nothing for it to lean on, right? It's likely just going to come lower. Oh, now we are log scale. So this is what the count implies, right? That's where you're headed to finish that. And that's just giving you the 5 of the 3rd at that degree. So let's get the whole thing put back together. Pretty bullish. All right, and if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, you're looking for the 5 of the 3. And that, well, you want it right here, actually. So second target is what you're after here. All right, because now we'd be in the 1618, 175 of the 3 relative to this 1, 2. So I kind of like it, actually. After dealing with that little tough section, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it would have the right look, so you can kind of see it for yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I know it fucks it up a little bit because I'm in log, but you get the gist of it. I can't do it. Well, you can see it, right? So it would have the right look. If we come up here and hit that 3, now you know, okay, got my impulse here. Now you are just got your catcher's mitt on here saying, oh, bring it in, right? Because that's what you're after there. Bring it down, right? Come on in. Come to all the structure. Good God, I got to get this on my radar. Here, so beautiful setup here, right? For it to come back again, where you'd be down a degree to the 3, 4, right into all that structure. Now we don't have this, but that's the roadmap I would lay out there. Looks pretty good. Okay, a little struggle in here. This is tricky in here. Okay, hopefully that helps. You get something out of that. Okay, let me get back to my list here. Thanks for your help on that, Money Crypto. Where'd I leave off? No, I did Rio. Oh, I got another contender on the graph. Is that, GRT. Okay, pardon me. Okay, moving on. All right, hope that helped. Oh, I got an image here. So what is that one? So let's get this one. All right, bear with me. We'll get it here. So we are looking at GRT, which is, I thought it was the graph. I don't know, he didn't tell me what. Oh, shit. What are we looking at here? We want to see daily in chart shows. So he must be the 4-hour. Saf, if you're watching, here, I guess I got to do this. What is this? Did you want here? Is this, fuck, I can't read it. Where do I have that? There. Okay, so let's open that. Oh my God, that's the train wreck. Okay, so let's get some of this. Oh shit, man! Is that what you're wanting me to see? Wow. Okay, so maybe log scale? Is there something clearing that up? God, that's no better. Holy smokes. All right, I'm going to have to strip this bare, man. I can't.
I would just go to the object tree and start turning stuff off.
Yeah. Okay, so hide. That's all below. I want all of these. I'm going to take that one off, just so I don't need it. Holy shit. Okay, so that is this one. This is a wave count with the wave on. Okay, this is just a larger. All right, we'll get there. So this one is broken. I don't know which one that is. Which one is that? That's this one. All right, so I'm going to take that one off. All right, I'm only doing this just so I can see what the heck is going on here. Okay, so I don't think when I do it, when I've got a copy, if I change their stuff, it doesn't change on their end, does it, Monty?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. All right, so this looks like your work looks good here once I can get to it. Okay, so let's go. Oh, this is just my habit. I put these in just so I can kind of follow. Okay, so A, B, what did we do here? Line chart shows a second pivot ends there. Okay, so again, I got waves on there. That makes it a little easier. And then this one is, again, I've got waves on there. And let's get, oh fuck, come here. Let's get rid of that. Let's put it in a brighter blue. Okay, so now let's pull back. What do we got here? What do we got? This is the graph. Well, this is a member favorite. So I'd be curious what's happening there. So we're already chewing through that. All right. And I'm on a 4 hour. Well, this is a, yeah, it's just a pain in the ass. Those are. Okay, so this I recognize from James M's work. Okay, that's interesting, right? So you're pulling from the 2, or so we doesn't look like we want to go 1, 2, 3. Let's. Oh, let me come out of log here for a sec. Okay, so you're thinking here kind of an action-reaction line. We're coming up on the outside of it here. Oh, so if it were me, I'd hide this right now. If I get up again, I might bring it back into the storyline. 1, 2, 3. Well, it doesn't really matter, right? So I don't know that the count matters. Something impulsive, we corrected it, right? So we've come all the way back down. Oh, I would do it this way, right? So I would wick this off. And I'd just kind of keep an eye on that early structure here. And you guys see me do this a lot, right? So, okay, I got my support zone. If we come down here, seems to be demand shows up. Okay, so what? White B still completing. What do we got here? This would be line chart. Okay, I'm with you now. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're doing it, right? So if I see a 5 here, right, so immediately I've got to think, okay, the assumption must be that it's 5, 3, 5, 3, 5 diag. So the 5 here looks good. That might be a little shaky on the first one. One, 2, right? So right off the bat, right? So these are just good examples, right? So if I was thinking 1, 2, how am I going to finish that? Right? So you wouldn't want to do this, right? So this is kind of in line with what I was saying before. That's not the count you want. It's just so askew. So right off the bat, you're thinking A, B, C. Well, now that creates a little bit of a problem for us with it ending here. So I'm going to retool this for you here a little bit because I think we've already done this with James because of this, right? So, this is from SAF. Okay, so you see what I'm kind of encourage you to rethink a little bit here. So because you're finishing with this pretty impulse, it doesn't fit with what's come before. So the context is wrong. So because of that, just looking at here, it looks like I can get a 5 in here. It looks like it would be complex, but then I definitely have a 5 right here. So just process of elimination, right? If it can't be that, then it must be, right? What would be your alternative, right? So, let's put these. Where does that one go? Does that one go with this one? Yeah. Okay. So that actually, I can take that off here. So so your work from this pivot here is quite good. Now it's just learning, right? You're just still learning. Oh shit! So the ABC off of the low, right? I think you're stuck with that, right? So there's an ABC, right? So right off the bat, we're thinking diag. Now it sure does look like, if I work backwards, like this looks like you're 4. So somewhere, fuck it, doesn't matter. Somewhere in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I've got something impulsive here. Now this looks like it's a combo. W, X, Y. Okay, so that looks like that's what you've got there. 1, 2, A, B, C. Oh, I do it this way. Let's do it. W, A, B, C, X, A, triangle, B, C, right? So there's your, oh, fuck, did I do a double? I want a double. I wanted a W, X, Y. So W, X, Y is what I'm after. Okay, so just process of elimination. If you're having an impulse here, I've got a correction here, and I got an impulse here, what does that lead to? I don't know if you're watching, Saf, but this is what I'd be thinking. So I'd be thinking, well, I got to go A, B, C here. I got to go 5, 3, 5. I mean, that's how I interpret that. I can't get an impulse here. I can get an impulse here. I can get an impulse here. So I'm out of options. So this would imply to me A, B, C to give me a 3. Now should just be habit, right? Oh man. Ooh, that's an odd choice. Okay, let me get some odd colors. But nonetheless, right, so if that works for you, it works for you. Okay, so interesting things I'm looking for, right? Signs of confluence. Well, 1, 2, boom, but the A right in the pocket goes into the 1, 6, 1, 8, 1, 7, 5. Now that's not necessarily, you of course you would have been thinking, hey, if I've got an impulse, 1, 2, but that's not what I want, because I'm starting with a 3. So I've got to somehow work out a 3 here, because you just can't do it there. Right? 2, I sure as hell got it here. So A, B, C seems reasonable until proven otherwise. Okay, so I'm just going to hide some of this. I'm still on a 4-hour. Oh, okay, let's get in there. Okay, let's get down there a little bit. That looks like A, B, C, D, E. So that's good work. Okay, so you're really close here. It's just that rule break. W, X, A, B, C, right? So I'm with you. It doesn't look like that's done though, does it? Right? It looks like ideally that would come down again. You may not get it, right? The main market doesn't always cooperate with what you would like to see. Kind of bring these up a little bit. You can kind of see how we're probing there. It's a big diag, right? The 3 relative to this is a little shaky. God damn it! I could solve this better if I could get a 5 here, because I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I don't think I can. I don't think you can get it there. Let's go down to the really. I want to get 15. Let's get a 30. I'm just going back here because I don't like what I end up with. So can I get a 5 out of that? I just don't think I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I could get a 1 there. Okay, so I can get an A there. Well, even if I went 1, 2, all right, that doesn't work. So even if I were thinking 3, now here, best case here, I'm going, fuck. Let's zoom in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. You can't work it. You can't do it, right? It's just not there. So 1, 2, fuck. Well, the only way you could do it is this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So now you're ending up with exactly what I told you don't want. because that looks like this is all an impulse here, right? This is the C that finishes. Remember, I want to try and connect all of that. I want this to be one completed impulse, not connected to this. Right here, I can dig an impulse out of here. It's always a little wacky, right? But with this spike wick here, but this looks like your classic 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think you can get it. I just don't think it's there. I think it's too much of a force fit. So it kind of, in turn, forces you into where I was, which is, fuck, I don't like it, but I don't see a better solution. But I got to go A, B, C. Well, okay, so let's, things that are tells in diags, right? If that's the 3, I'm looking for, remember in a diag, you're always looking for the, let's get this, for the 4 at the 50, right? So pretty good. Boy, that's asking a lot of that 5th, because it would be very bullish. I don't know. Where's James M? I think he's got the count looks different. I think I don't know how the fuck we did that. A, B, C. Well, okay, let's rethink this, because I think when we did this with James, here I am getting stuck. I don't want to do it this way. So I'd have to turn this into an ABC, which is maybe doable. So this, everything has to change. Everything has to become a 3. So this can't work here. So there's a couple things here. All right, so let me check something here. So are we longer? Yeah, we are, right? So I want to put so this has to change. All right, we'll get there. Stand by. Okay, so I want to put the 3 up here. So I've got to do it this way. Come here. I'll just start over. Got to do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this has to become a 3. Oh, fuck. I guess we can do it right about.
Check your DM on Discord. I sent you James's previous count.
Yeah. Oh, good. Thanks. I knew we had this differently. This is a bit of a force fit. I thought we had done this. Well, we kind of squeezed it in there, right? Just like this. We did the same thing. So we did an A, B. Oh, fuck. We had that ending diag there. So we did it this way. A, B, C into the 4. I knew we had this done. Oh, shit. B-ish. You're kind of squishing it in there, right, for just lack of alternatives. And then this has to go A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it has to be A, B, C. Get that up there. Okay, that'll work. All right, I think that's better. We're coming up short here, but 5 longer than 3, 3 longer than 1. So I think this is actually looks better here. Even though it's kind of borderline here calling those 3s, but it fits the count better. Now we're same thing here. If it's completed here, we're right at the 50. Whether we're completing the 1 through the 3 or the 1 through the 5 here, we're in the pocket right where we want to see it. Now does that look like it's done? That looks solid. A, B, C, D, E. So we got our triangle X, A, B, C into a B. Fuck, how are you going to get that done? It doesn't look like that could get done there. A, B, C, unless we went W, X. Oh, fuck, can we get that? We really can't. Now we need 5. We need 5 somewhere in there to finish that. Unless one. I don't see a better solution, right? You got a waterfall here. I don't want to go 1, 2. So it can't be done yet, right? So I mean, per the way it's labeled, this has to be a 1, 2. We're seeking 3, 4, and 5. Right, so right, if that holds, let's put this in micro in yellow here. A, B, C. I can live with that, right? Right back up to the structure. 1, 2. Right. So this boy, if that comes out of there, you're going to have to truncate here. So however we finish it, we got to finish with a 5. Right? If it's X here, we need an ABC. The C has to have a 5. If we were back here thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so let's think about that for a sec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is currently the lowest low. But boy, that's not the start you want there. Could I even do that? I think I could actually. Rethink. Let's try that on the other side. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. If I get that done here, what does that do for me? Not much of a. I end up in the same place. B, I still need 5 to finish that. For 1, 2, you're kind of cock blocked there from an entry. It's just not right. Something's not right here. I think this is, whether it's 3 or 4, you got the same problem, right? In the correction, it's just not ripe yet. How did we count that coming down? We were thinking A, B, C, right? So that's just thinking about the alternate. It wouldn't matter, right? Whether this is an A or a W, you got to finish with a 5. If it's W, X, Y, I need an A, B, C. The C has to have a 5. If it's A, B, C, I got to have a 5 down here either way. So it can't go too far. We don't want it to go too far. We don't want to lose the buy side. I'll go off of that. Oof, that's just not there yet. Well, okay, so there's 2 ways to look at that. So one is, okay, the Elliott is not clear. All right, now there'd probably be multiple counts from various Elliotticians on this because it's not clear. So why are we chasing something where we don't have clarity? All right, because it will come. It will come eventually. If we're going to pivot down here, okay, all right, now we'd be back here working through this, going, there's some combination that's there, but it's kind of where I started. When Elliott is most powerful is when it's just right in your face. It's almost impossible to miss. Here we're going, fuck, could be, might be. Oh, could it be that? That's where you're struggling, where there's no trade. As soon as you can't, you're like, oh, maybe it's should be. Oh, that could be. That kind of, that's really not what you want. You want it to where it's just you literally have to work at not seeing it. Then you take the trade. Right here, why would you put money at risk there? Now I understand James, right, who's done a lot of research on this project. So that's a fundamental buy. The technical is not quite there yet. I don't know what the hell that is there until it finishes. So green banana. So I've taken to calling him. It's not ripe yet. But I do think that's the better count, right, rather than what we struggled with here on the 5s and the 5s because of the initial push. And the same thing here. It's not done right here, and it didn't start the way you would have hoped, right, for that to be the low. So, yeah, I think we got to leave it there. Okay. Thanks for the assist on that, Monty. Oh, that was brutal. Okay, so you gave me... Oh, okay, so you printed out. I see what you got. All right, well, I had to kind of dig through all of that. Okay, let me keep going here. I got Abdo. And let's see what we get there. Okay, Abdo. What are we thinking?
I think both of his charts are the same count on different time frames. You might check them both.
Okay, well, right off the bat, I like what I'm seeing because I'm just glad to see somebody bringing in something new, right? We haven't looked at hard commodities much. They trade the same way. Now, with something like cocoa or beans or corn, I remember I was a futures broker for 10 years. So I know these markets well. Very much you're trading the weather, but you can't eliminate that from the scenario. So I've got a 15-minute he's given me, so I kind of want to see his other one. Well, I guess I can just do it here. All right, what are we thinking on cocoa, right? So one of the advantages of trading commodities is there are seasonal tendencies as the harvest cycle can be tracked. Okay, so this, interesting choice to go into log scale. I don't think you want to be in log here. Oh shit, I gotta get some perspective here. All right, come on in here. What are we doing? Okay, there we go. Now we can see we're doing a big, looks like we're, shit, I gotta get to the daily. What are we doing here? It's a very big ABC, and now we're, so here, so another classic example. So right now, just looking at that, does that make you want to dive in? And not to, in any way, Abdo, am I saying, you know, your work isn't good here, not a bad choice, but, you know, as we were saying when we started, what do we want to see, right? Is that what we got here? Let's go to a 3-day here. I got to get perspective. I still can't see what we're trying to do here. So, yeah. Well, this is as far back as we go to 81. All right, so I'm on a 3-day here. I don't have an impulse here, so the thought being A, triangle B, fuck, we'll call it a B. That's good, right? So A, B, C, D, E, that's fine, right? Underthrow on the E's, right in the pocket. A, B, C, yep, a diag, right? So A, B, C, that works. Now A, B, C down here. Well, so do you see what he's trying to do is to finish it this way. So he's trying to get an A, B, C, no, pardon me. This is the A, B, C, D. We're coming down for the E, right? The implication would be, all right, what are we telling me here? Do you agree with that count? The alternate, you see wave 1. Or there is another count. Well, you have almost no way to turn this. From this pivot here, there are no impulses. Oh, Jesus, we got to go. So we went WXY into this low. So this A, so WXY into the A. God, this is a tough one. Well, I bet you it's technical, right? Because they all are. So, right, there it is. This is very common, right? The initial reaction's at the 50, then we go golden zone. So that may be why he's looking at it, right? So there you go. Whether we're looking at name your alt, name your FX, name your equity. There it is on the 3-day Cocoa continuous chart. If you think that's a coincidence, well, you'd be mistaken. Okay, so let's go down to what we're doing here. Right? So since the larger picture is all we're just trying to finish this triangle. So good God, that's the B of that A. Woo. A, B, oh, we're going to do it in a triangle. A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so you didn't label it for me. Okay, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so we're going to do that into that low. This is a good exercise. So there's a clear impulse, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So A, B, straight rip into the, not much of a 4, 5 there. Radio waves. Yeah, this gets a little trickier down here. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm with you there. Let's take that down. Okay, 1, 8. Well, it's not the 3, right? So because I can get 5 here, this is a good process of elimination. So this is good work here. Oh my God, these are giant. Okay, so let me just get these where I can work with them. You guys go with big numbers. Okay, so let's get that sub. Okay, so A, B, C. Okay, so it's nice work. So he's got a little diag here. Oh, can we do that? No, I guess we have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So A, B, C. So he's got his A. So we're going to go A. Good luck, right? Not much separation there. A, B, C. It's mighty skinny. 1, but this is nice. This is a nice touch up here. This is good work here. 1, A, B, C into the 2. So you got to expand the B because you can't go 1, 2, 1, 2, right? Because it doesn't work. So 1, A, B, C. You don't get a 3. So down for the 3. A, B, C, D, E. Also very good work. So you've gotten quite skilled with triangles, which is usually the last thing people grasp coming off the low here. So we've got a good candidate here for this C wave. I'm not sure how that 2 fits in there. I'll have to look at that. 1, 2. Again, another triangle, triangle 4, a lot of triangles in Cocoa. Let's go to the 60. 1, 2. Oh, we're locked. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna unlock that. I think that's a little shaky there. Oh, I gotta unlock that. Okay, so 1. Oh, yeah, I can't say I like that. Might do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boy, that's skinny on the 5. I'm on the 1 hour. Okay, let's go with it. See how that, right? Shit that doesn't happen randomly. Now, there's an overlap here, so we got to pay attention to that, how that affects us, if that's the 1. We hold here, so 1, not much of a, we'll go with it. 3, so I see what he's doing. He's so because of the, okay, so A, B, you try another triangle, A, B, C, D. All right, there's not much of a 5 there. Okay, 4, 5, so that gives us a 1. Well, that's not a great 3. So if it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, this is way too big. And again, I'd be inclined to do it this way. Now, do you really have it there? Let's go to a 30. 1, 2. You could be stretching a little bit. 1, 2. Well, so if it's just all over the place, right? Just one good thing to just start measuring. Okay, so how do we look? Could this be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Or is that's my first thought, right? Is there a way to do this, right? Because that's what my eye wants to do, right? Now I have a better look. So can I get that to work? I don't know that I can, but I'd be digging around there to see if I could. Fuck, it doesn't look like you can get that. Boy, I gotta say I don't. So just here's what he's got. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, usually when you hear yourself saying that, something's wrong, right? It's just because we'd be implying the prices are going so fucking high here off of, because every one of those needs a 3, every one of those needs a 4, 5. So 1, 2, oh fuck. 1, so I guess we can do it this way. So 1, 2, that needs a 3, right? So 1, 2, that needs a 3, and 1, 2, that needs a 3. So we're getting way up there. This is this is ugly. There's no question about it. Okay, well, in here, I kind of want to do I don't like the 1, 2 here. That's probably technical. So let's just check it. I'm sure it is. Damn it. Never get that on the first click. Golden zone. Damn, maybe we're stuck with that, right? Because there's no impulses in here that are clean. And we got a little break there. So the algos are in here. That's a wick break to the 707, but they stayed with it. That's not much of a 1. So there's a clear 3. So can I work backwards? Can I go 1, 2? I guess we're stuck with that. We might be stuck with it. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's of course very shallow for the next 2. We get the 38. Barely. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Fuck, can't do it. Can't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I could. 2. I'm just going to fuck with this just for a minute here. I don't want to get stuck here because I know I could. Let me just relabel this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, right, so I get a technical reaction here. So let's just think for a second if that could be, it's the A wave. Let's take this up. Oh, fuck, come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C into the 4. 1, 2. Ugh. Oh, you're kind of stuck with that. Ain't pretty. All right, so let's consider the alternate here, that this is still in the process of correction. So if this would have to go here, so this goes up. A, maybe B. All right, so let's see them. This is what we want here. Now you got a candidate, right? Just a candidate right here for a flat. So 3, 3, we're long enough. Can I get a 5 down here? Let's take that up. This feels a little bit better. I mean, to me, right? It's just way too many 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. If I'm hitting that 4 times, unless I cannot get around it, it makes me think I've got something wrong. All right, it's just too many. So go back and reevaluate your work. If you catch yourself going, God damn, 5 1 2s, is that even possible? All right, revisit your work and say, can I simplify this? Am I overcomplicating? Do I have one too many levels in here? Now, shit, it could be 1 2 1 2 1 2. It just would be unusual. All right, so this is a nice 3 as a candidate for the B, right? And we're essentially double topping into the B. I kind of like this. A, B, C. Not much of a finish there. So this would have to be coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, something like that. Might be, I'd be more comfortable. So then down here, I'd be, oh, okay, I got no problem. I know right where I am. 1, A, B, C into the 2. This is not too far from what we're trying to figure out with Bitcoin, right? So, and we come down here. Now the 1, 2 feels much more probable, at least to me, right? Having traded this stuff for a long time. The 1, 2, and I think if I recall back from when we first measured it, this was where we wanted the 3. Get on there. Not quite. Right, so we'd be second most probable, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, that'll work. This is what I'm keying off of. That 3 is so prominent. You got to factor it in somewhere. So, and then once again, it's kind of what I was saying before. I want to be able to connect all of this. Right, I want that to be all connected. If I can do it, that you'll find that over time that will serve you well, rather than trying to go 1, 2, 3, monster 4. We didn't overlap, but hey, we didn't overlap, and then it goes up into the 5. Try and connect this with this. This is done now. Something changed, right? So you got to, this process of higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, change. So we get a character change here. So I don't want to connect the two. I want this to be the correct part of the correction of this. That's how I would interpret this. Oh, and then just to sweeten that, right? So I know I've got this spot down here. Right? It's always good to look for a relationship between the A and the C. So I get it right there. So, well, obviously, right, 100% since I essentially did a double top here, but look where the 1618. So all of this down here starts to look pretty juicy to me for that potential to come out of here. All right, so I would think not on that. So A, B, C coming down for that 2 now, if we get that, right? So I hope you guys are already thinking, oh, I know what he's going to do next. Oh, man, you guys gave me some wacky ones. That is, let's get, okay. All right, that's what we're after right here. We can get it to play ball. So Now you look at that and you think, okay, shit, man. Well, we don't have any of that. We don't. What if this thing goes? Well, then okay. So the map that you laid out didn't work out. Okay, so if this pops from here and we go up here and we do this, okay, you're back here recreating the count because now the market gives you more information. So right here, you're always that's the thing with what that wouldn't matter what your technical approach is. I got a snapshot in time. So based on what I have here, which is incomplete, right? It's always incomplete unless
Did you mute yourself?
Sorry. So I get a snapshot in time here. That's all I get. Right? At any moment in time. It wouldn't matter whether you're Elliott Wave or Gann or just support and resistance. I get a snapshot in time until I see the market gives me more information. I have to take a calculated risk based on what I see here. What's the simplest solution? Well, that sure looks like a 3 here. So if I get a 5 down here, if I get a 5 down here, then this is a much more comfortable trade. Trying to go, oh, maybe that's 1, 2, 1, 2. Right? Then for me, again, a lot of years of doing this, why gamble? Because that's what you're doing. If I get down here, I'm taking a calculated risk, right? I've laid out the roadmap. It's coming right into a technical pattern that I know repeats. I've got all the conditions. I know where the algo is. I know that there's an 80% probability of getting to that median line if I hold the corner here. All of that is there. That's all what you want before you pull the trigger. Here, you're like, oh fuck, man! This is like, yeah, let's buy it or let's sell it and then pass me the hopium pipe. That's what you're doing there. It's easy to you can talk yourself into things. Oh, hey, look, we're at the support, right? Oh, resistance, got through it, but now we're checking again. It's easy to talk yourself into that. See, that's never good enough for me. I want at least 3 components there, right? Pattern, price, geometry. And in price, I would include with that, right? What did the algo do, right? What's the last pattern that repeated? What did they do last? Give me all of that here. Then this is a stress-free. Oh shit! Still get stopped out, right? It's still very, you never know, right? We don't know, but this is a calculated risk I'm comfortable taking because of all of this. Otherwise, you see, you could do the same thing. You could just sit down here and say, well, hey man, I don't care about any of that Elliott stuff. Here I'm at support. Oh, we're coming down to the support. Okay, maybe, but is support enough for you? See, for me, that's not enough, right? I want to be able to say, oh, wait a minute, is there a pattern there that I can put into this that is prone to be repeating? I mean, it's an unknowable number, right? So trillions and trillions of wave counts that repeat on every time frame, every day, and every asset. This is a pattern I know repeats. Not because of what computers are doing, but because of what human beings are doing. The reason Elliott repeats is because human beings don't change, right? Fear and greed is consistent. It's built into us. That's what's behind Elliott Wave, not some formula that repeats in the market because algos are doing it. Now, of course, right? We know there are algorithms in the market, right? That's not what I'm saying. But what drives the impulse and the correction is human emotion, not software. That's why it works. Right? So until people change, or they change the way they write these algorithms, right? God knows how many algorithms are in there. We're never going to know. The one we can track because it leaves these big, pretty footprints. That's the one we track. So, okay, well, I'll give you a few things to think up on there. Abdo. Oh, that is Abdo. Yes, right. Okay. Oh, shit. Attila. And I get a little nervous when I see a stack of his. Okay,
you can choose, because I don't know how long you've been going, but we've got DXY and then Top Hat and 4 from Attila. So I would choose. So Loop Ring, the top one, had a news today, so that might be a good one. But
LRC?
Yeah.
Oh, with GameStop.
One other one.
Okay, let me do that one. And if we have time, I'll come back because Killa gave me a whole lot. He gave me shit. What did he give me 4 of them? Well, I'm glad to see he's charting. Now, interestingly, looks like that's all. Well, no, I guess. Oh fuck! Is this? He's giving me phantom.
It looks like it's all the same link. So, what you'll have to do is just type in LRC because he's giving you 4 of the same link.
I just noticed that. Right, the last numbers are all the same. Okay, so I'm gonna type in LRC. Do we have any preference here? Well, I'm fairly certain that the way TradingView brings things up, the thing with the highest volume always comes up first. I'm fairly sure that that's how it does. Oh, that's not a good sign. Well, that's the 5 minute. Okay, that's why. Okay, LRC to the dollar. Well, let's take a look here. Well, shit. If I've never looked at it before, why don't we start at the daily? Could that be right? Is it that thinly traded on the Does that look right, Money?
It hadn't updated yet for me. Let me look.
Oh, I might have to check that volume. That doesn't look right. That we would be this thinly traded on Finex. Let's try it. What else we got? Coinbase. Let's try it. Oh, there we go. There we go.
I would do Binance or Coinbase.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Because his work will be on one of them.
Yeah. Okay, so if it's Binance, let's see if his work comes up here. Nope. Shit. LRC. What else could he have used? Kraken? Nope. Kraken gets no respect. I think we're going to have to go with Coinbase. Looked like the cleanest chart. And we are in log. I guess we need to be in log. Yeah, I guess we do. Okay, let's just dive in here because if he catches this, he'll be able to extrapolate to his exchange. Well, okay, so here would be an example of where it's so smack dab in your face, it's hard to miss it. How do you miss that? Hard to, right? Even with the deep two, hard to miss that, right? So that's when Elliott is most powerful. So let's label it. Oh, guess we got to do it there. And you can see the 5 we finished with, right? So it's just impossible to miss it. All right, so already I like this. All right, so, and I do that often, right? So if I'm flipping through, if I'm looking for trades, which I don't have a lot of time to do that anymore, right? Because I get fed so many trades from members, I barely have time to watch my own stuff. But if I'm flipping through, I'm like chart after chart after chart, or I'm in a category, I'm like, okay, let's look through DeFi and see what looks good. If I don't see something like this, if I come up and I see something like this, I'm gone, right? Or if it's not clear, or shit, was the last one we looked at, where it was just, oh my God, why? Next chart. I want to see it where it's really clear and clean. Now, even just coming off of this, is this difficult? Oh shit, looks like I'm going to dig in on that. This sure looks like we're doing that. All right, so let's put that in context. All right, so 1 and 2. Now I'm in log scale, so while that may not look like it's deep enough, let's go 3, 4, 5. Oh, that'll work. Let's go in green here. Okay, so this, we got to check that. And since I'm in log here, let's just take a peek. Skinny, but all right, we'll live with it.
Hey, he just messaged me. You may take a look at LRC perp at FTX.
Oh, I knew he was on.
That's
right.
Work.
He's on. Okay, well, let me do it this way. So let me split it, because this is a much cleaner chart than what we were just looking at. So let me. Oh fuck here. So we're gonna go. LRC to what? To perpetual on FTX. There it is. No. Perpetual. There it is. All right, now I can see what he's up to. Oh, I should be able to.
Well, if you split the screen and his was on the left, you'll have to. His work will be back on the left.
Oh, it will. Okay.
So type it in on the left side.
Oh fuck. Okay. I will lose mine. That's right. So this will be LRC perpetual on FTX. I just had it. Jesus Christ. Just had it. Where'd you go? FTX. There it is. All right, there we go. Got there eventually. Okay, that looks interesting. Okay, so let's go down. Okay, so let's see. Did he give me a time? preference or let's see, we'll just use this. Okay, that looks like a reasonable start because that's like the one we were just struggling with. You're fighting against it, right? Trying to turn that into a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks solid. That looks technical. Okay, so this looks good here. All right in the pocket. So it looks like he's got the waves on. Oh, okay. 1, 2. Well, we know this is going to be very close to the 1618, right? So those you guys members all know this, right? So it's just a shorthand. So since we didn't go to if we'd gone to the 618, right? It's right on it, right? Because it's minus 100, right? So we go to the 50, so you're going to be a little bit off, but it's a good guideline, right? So I know I'm going to be close. So what do I end up with? Right in the pocket, right where I'm looking for that 3. So right off the bat, the 1, 2, 3 looks good. So just on length of wave and the relationship. Now also you'll note here's just a in-your-face version of it. I want all of this to be complete. I don't want that. I don't want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this all just that moonshot should be completed. So let's get that off. So this is nice work here, Killa. Nice diag to start it out with. 1, 2. We got to go A, B, C. Right, but all the ingredients are there. Right, 5 longer than 3, 3 longer than 1. So a nice leading diag to come out of that. The correction here. This is good work. 1. No, yeah, can't call it a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like you can get it done right there. So that's pretty good. That looks nice. Oh, that's going to be tricky in there. We won't worry about that. Okay, so let's see what we're doing over here. So let's come back to a 2. All right, so we get a 1. Oh, I got to come down. I can't see these colors. Let's get that. Okay, so we got a 1. Whew, that's a mighty skinny 2, but you're stuck with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good. So, oh, I see what he did. Well, I guess we could do it 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. Right. So you're finishing with a 5, so you got to come back. Then this has to be 3, 4, 5. That will work. It wouldn't matter, right? So 5, 3, 5, 3, 5 leading diag gives you the 1. Very skinny 2. Now we are in log scale, so that 2 may be just fine. That is. Okay, so what are we doing here? Oh, that's just structure. Okay, so I'm going to just do it this way. All right, so God damn it, come here. Okay, so prior 3, 4, right? Always something to pay attention to. Just good, something like this. Just so your eye gets drawn to it. All right, now what are we doing here? So we're going 1 tiny 2. Ooh. Well, let's see. We got to go down. I can't see his work. Okay. How are we getting up there? Whoa, this just got very intricate. Okay. Nice, Killa. This is good work. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good. So there's the 5 of the 5 of the 1. Where that barely squeaks through. But it does. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why are we not finishing here? No, I guess that'll work. Okay, so 2, 3, 4. Boy, you sure want to finish it there, don't you? Let's get in there. Looks good. All right, this is well. So right off the bat, number 1, a fantastic effort being made here to get all of this labeled. So very well done there. Let's get you. Oh fuck here. Okay, 1, 2. There's not much subdivision here. We're on a 30, so that's just a straight rip. Okay, WXY, right? So it's a 3. Oh, there's got to be some reason you're going WXY. So I'm not sure why you're getting. Fuck. Go to 15. Oh shit! I just did that. I didn't draw that little line. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. It's easy to get lost in here. Oh, this is brutal, but so great job just taking that on. Holy shit. Now we are on a 15-minute. Okay, so this would be 1, 2. So here's how he's finishing it. All right, it looks good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Monster rip in the 5. Well, okay, somewhat consistent with what we just had, right? 3 longer than 1, 5 longer than 3, although that's not a requirement but it's not atypical to have an extension in the 5. And it looks like you're kind of stuck with it because 1, 2, I don't think you can't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So fucking almost doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's go with it. So what did we complete there? So that completes the 3 at the highest degree. So that's got to go up a degree. So let's go minuet here. So that's our 3. Whew, getting gnarly here. I'm going to hide some of this just so I can kind of make sense of it. See what you were doing. Okay, so this... Oh, this is good work. Okay, so ABC. Oh, man, you really went to town on this. Okay, so we gotta label them. So, are you thinking flat here? ABC. What? So if we complete an ABC, we got to put a label on it. So W, X, Y, or A. It's not far enough for a flat. Okay. Let's see. Okay, is there another way to do that? W, X, A, B, C. Well, let's see if I can even get it done the way you're labeling it here. So we'd have to call this W, we'd have to call this X, and then we'd have to call this Y. Doesn't quite here. This has got wave on it again. Boy, that's gnarly in there. Oh, you put a little channel on it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That's nice work, right? Ending diag. I'm more inclined just to do this, right? So when in doubt, simplify. That's a good finish here. So I would just keep it simple, right? I would just do this into it, right? Maybe that's what you're after. W, X, or A, B, C. W, X, that looks solid. That's a squeeze to get that into a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like what you're doing there. So this actually, I might label this a little bit differently. So I would do it this way. W, X, Y. And just work that as an ABC. Because I think it's too much of a force fit. Which, you know, there are times when you have to do it. That looks like a... perfect measured move. All right, so swing right to the 50, clear it by just enough, end with a diag. All right, so or you're right in the pocket there. So you've got the confluence of the 1, 2, 3 and the 1, 2, 7 on the length of A to B projected for C, and then you've got the algo target. So you've got massive confluence here. That's a beautiful entry right there on that confluence spot. So that becomes important support. And it looks like we're finishing the Y there, or pardon me, the 4. Let's take that. Let's go so I can put this whole thing back together. Okay, so now I got to go back to the 2 hour. Okay, what did we just do there? Okay, so that's the 4 relative to the 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that looks good. Whew. That's gnarly work in there. Okay. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Not sure I like that. Let's go back to a 30. What are we doing here with this? How do we get... Oh, he was going... Yeah, I don't think we need that. Is that a Y or... Fuck, is that a... Yeah, it's a Y. I don't think we need that. Right. So 1, 2. That's a bitch, right? So it looks like it's just barely there. You can do it 3, 4, 5. Well, now there are times when you're just going to be forced to do that because you see what we're doing here. So right off the bat, that looks like a 3. Well, maybe there's another way to do this. All right, so it looks like an ABC. Well, there's a nice 5 to finish it. I go down to the 15. Oh, shoot. Come back here. This is well, so there's just times where there's just no way around it, right? So essentially what he's got to do is this, right? So here, so it happens, right? That's what you've got. But otherwise it's a 3. God, you overlap there. You can't do it. So you're kind of, well, here. Actually, let me tell you something. That's a 3. Fuck, maybe you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's stay with it. You might be able to dig that out of there. 1, 2. Fuck, you'd overlap there. Can't be here unless you could do it as a diag. That no way around that. So you might be able to do this. All right, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe you get it that way, but you got the overlap, so you're kind of stuck here. I'm already down to a 15. So you'd have to do it as a diag. A, B, C. Boy, that's not much. That could be a force fit. Let's go with it. I mean, the alternate is that this is A, B, C, and this is a truncation here, which you go to reluctantly. All right, last resort. It's if you've literally exhausted every other possibility here, and that's the only thing left. Also, I'm going to hold off on that. 3, 4, 5. All right, so kind of a shaky 1, but let's stay with it. There's absolutely no subdivision there. It happens. Well, it'd have to be a diag. A, B, C into the 2. Oof, these are brutal. I'm gonna Attila, man, he works me. Okay, so let's get this over here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Can you get that an impulse there? Ah, shit, I don't think you can. 1, 2. Well, let's mark it. First, I haven't. Here, let's. So you'd have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't do that. Oof. Jeez, I swear to God, every time, everything Attila gives me is just brutal. Well, so this is a bit of a push, right? So how are you going to get an impulse here? 1, 2, you can't do it with the overlap unless you're going to allow for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is what way he's counting that. Oh, is there? Oh, maybe I could do it here. No, still fucking no. Can't do it. Right? You need that. I was thinking A, B, or W, X, Y, but you can't get that to play. Oh shit. Oh, Jesus, Attila. 2, 3, 4, 5. So looks like you might be able to get a diag in here. 4, 5. Maybe. Oh, fuck, you'd have to truncate it that way, so you'd have to do it this way. Now you got to check is that's come out of log. That's 1, and that's 2. I'm just barely long enough. So I could do it this way. A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. It ain't pretty, but I guess you could work with it, right? So you, God, Never, never the first click. It's the most annoying thing in TradingView. All right, so there's 1, 2, 1. Fuck. Well, you can't. You're stuck with it, right? So it has to be part of this. Has to be part of the 3 that you're trying to get, because you cannot put a 3 here. It's just not there. So, but the 1, 2. Well, let's get it labeled. All right, so this has to go up. It's going to change the count. So I'm going to just, oh, that actually, I don't want to take that out yet. So let's get that labeled. All right, so this would have to be 1, 2. Let's just put them here for a minute. Oh, fuck, come here. Let me go sub here. 1. I don't know where you're going yet. 1, 2. Can I do this? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got an impulse here. Oh fuck. WX. I don't know what matters. Yeah, it kind of does actually. So I would do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want to do the 1 here, 2 here. Oh god, I'm probably boring you guys to death here. Okay, so let's see how we do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need something to finish up here. Hey, okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let's change the color. 3, 4, 5. Okay, what did I complete there? I don't think that's the 5. 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's get this up to minuet or sub minuet. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you are still up here. Whew. 4. We're still trying to get the. We're trying to get the 5 to go. 1, 2. Stuck with 1, 2. So this 3 actually does go up here. This is too high a degree. Oh, fuck. This has got to go up. Okay, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let me come back out to this 60. Holy shit. Back in the log. All right, so this we're all working off of this is the 3, this is the 4. Shit, what now what comes? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we don't want that to be done there, do we? All right, so let's wick this. That's the big 3 in that orange. Okay, 3. 1, 2, 3. We don't want that to be done. All right, so this is. Oof. Oh, I got to go up here. Oof, these are brutal. Okay, 1, 2, 3. This is still undecided. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got this one done. Long correction. Oh, I don't like that. Shit. Because the implication is that we're working on the 4 here, so I don't like that. Now let's come out of log, see if I get any better. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something's not right. I got to be able to finish here. So if this is 2, let's go back to logs. 1. One, 2, 3, 4. I gotta finish that. I gotta finish it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that is not going to be part of this. So this has to finish. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck. This is the one I can't finish right here. All right, we got to dig in there. Shit, I'll get stuck here. This might have to be one where I need more time. I fucking bore you guys to death. 3, 4. 1, 2. God, is there? I can't. Just looking for That didn't overlap, so that might be something I can work with here. So, God, I can't see them. I want that, so I want to get this to be 3, 4, 5, right? That to be done. That 5. So how do I get there? 1. That's a completed impulse here. 1, 2, 3, 4. God, unless I put the 1 here and this goes here. Let's go. The 2 goes here. God, that's not looking great, but I might be stuck with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to have to finish with a diag, so it would have to do it this way. This would be the 4. Oh, that might work. Let's go to 30. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. That might do it, although I hate the shape of it. Right, so you can see the problem here. 1, 2, right? Exactly what I said you don't want to do. I don't see a solution that's better at the moment. When if I take any more time, fuck, you guys are gonna nod off. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's, oh shit. I don't have tomorrow to come back to. I'm gonna want to spend some more time on this. But right now, as I sit here, so I don't take 2 days on this, I think that's what you got to live with there. This is, well, same kind of thing, right? So here's your problem spot right here, right? Because you can't. This is a shaky. Even if you go 1, 2, right? You end up back in the same problem here. So even if you go 1, 2 and you squeeze it in here, 3, 4, 5, and it's 1, 2, well then it has to be 1, 2 again, which is kind of where we were. So this is your problem spot here, unless there's. So I don't see another way to do it here. I don't want to take any more time on this one. So Attila, I'm going to come back to you on this one. I'm going to need to spend more time with that rather than bore you guys to death here. So as we come to the ABC, so as we come off to the right here, let's see if I can give you something here off of this. So the implication would be that this is done, right? I got to figure out how to get that done. But this is too big, so let's come down. So all the way back together. 1, 2. I want this 3 to be done here. This 4 looks like it still could be working, and we got that to get to. So what we're trying to do here. So this is what, again, this is the look you want. That's what we're after. Now, how to get that out of that is not easy. 3, 4, that'll work. Okay, so wide-ranging leading diagonal, 5 longer than 3, 3 longer than 1. So okay, that's good work there and good detail. Like you put the effort in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like you got your A, B, C. Well, it's kind of hot, right? So we're getting up there. All right. Well, we're 7, 8, 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like that's working on that. So here, so okay, now we're getting right in sync. So let's see how good that 5 looks. Let's go to that 30. 1, 2. I'm trying to cap that B here, so that's a bit of a struggle. Well, this actually looks like it's not done yet. Let's go here. 1, 2, 1, 2. This looks like this is still working, which is not really what you want. All right, unless you're going to get an expanded B. Okay, so why do I say that? Or so this looks like ABC. That's got to be 1, 2, and that's already, you're squeezing the 4, 5 out of that. But it looks technical. All right. I'm pretty close, right? So you got a very minor break there, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a little bit of a stretch, but I guess you could live with it. 1, 2, 3, deep 4, the overlap, and then you have to go with an A, B, C to finish that. So you get a 1, 2, but that's unusual. Let's measure. Right? When in doubt, and you're struggling, and you're not sure, just start measuring. Say what's most likely here. Well, look what we just did. So you'd have to go to, this wick is a bit of a cluster, but 3, 4, right? Nothing says that's done, right? You don't know it's done until you get your first move off of it. Now you can lean into it. Oh, I went right to where I thought it was going to be. looks like he had an he has an RSI down here, but I can't see it. No, that's all right. We don't need it. Okay, so 1, 2, working on the 3, 4, and the 5, right? So all part of this ABC. So I'd be careful up here because the implication is you're going to an expanded B. All right, if that count's going to hold, so let's go back to a 2-hour here. Okay, so AB, so you're counting on this being AB and that we've got a completed 5 here. AB, 1, 2, it doesn't quite look like it's there, does it? Well, you could expand the B. Doesn't quite look great. Now let's see if there's an alternate here. So I guess the alternate would be that you went WXY, and this is 1, 2, and you're in the 3. So we've got this big fucker up here. All right, that's a monster wave. Let's go to a 4. Okay, so I'm just trying to get a target for the 4 if that's going to hold here. Oh no, I don't want that one. I want that one. Okay, so we just banged the 23. That's a good target for the A, but boy, that I'd be careful here reading that into being corrective, because, well, I get your thinking here. It looks like it needs more time, right? This 4 needs more time. So there's a limit to how far these can go. I go sub here. Might be careful at that. All right, so you're shorting into this. You got already. You're counting on this being done, right? So if this is done, it needs to start pretty soon. I might do this. You got this wick up here. If this starts to push too much higher, the possibility of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is certainly there. Now you can go, oh shit, I wish I'd tuts on. I think it's can't go more than double the length of the A. A, B, C down here. So this is that's a ballsy trade. I'm not sure I would take that because that looks like it's not done. Even down to the 30. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Does that look like it's done? I need an impulse here. Well, let's label it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks maybe you're working on the 3, right? So it could be you're close. Let's go up a degree. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, maybe that's the 3. You still need the 4 and the 5, right? But what have you done there? Now you've just completed the 3, the 4 and the 5. So I'd be mindful of the possibility here that the 4 is in back here and that you went 1, 2, not A, B. So that's Attila, that's what I'd be thinking there. I'm not saying don't take the trade. I'm just saying I wouldn't give it a lot of room. Because you're counting on this, right? So for this to be done, it's got to do it like this. Right, so that has to be done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now already you're squishing the 5 in, and what did you complete? Right, so you need an impulse here. So 1, 2. Okay, even if you call that complete, right? You lean into it because you like the idea. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Well, shit, I got to get a 4 and a 5 in. Now when that's done, if it doesn't go too far, maybe okay, A, B. Oh yeah, again, measure everything. Okay, so we'd be talking about the C going, to 200 if you're going to get an expanded B here. Oh, I'd be revisiting this. The driving force of this is that you need more time in that 4 to correct the size of the 2 and the 3. That you would need more time there, but I'd be careful, right? Because shit, you can't tell. And I think this is iffy as a diag. I mean, it's kind of there, but this looks, right off the bat, this looks like ABC to me. WXABC. WXY. This could be X, Z. So tricky one, right? There's very few are just drop in your lap simple, but I'd be careful on that one of over projecting what you want to see. Now, if it gets up here and you turn and you do something like this, and you maybe you come down here and you're up here and you finish that, and you can really get a clean 5 here, I still wouldn't short that. I'd wait for the failed attempt, right? Because every pivot stops are there, right? If they can't get them, that's what causes that to roll down. And that's assuming that it's A, B, and you're going to come down in a C, and then it's not W, X, and you're not going to come down in a 3. But this would definitely balance it out better. So, man, tough one, very tough one. Some of that detail work, I'm going to have to revisit that. But there you go. That's the best I can do, and not take 3 hours. Okay, let me keep moving. Top Hat Panda.
All right. Do you just want to go ahead and work on pandas?
Yeah.
And then I'll get to his tomorrow.
Who? A Frogger?
No. Attila's got 3 more. So.
Yeah. If you can, because God, I lose an hour every time he posts a chart. So let me
say that was the hardest one that we chose. So.
Those are brutal, right? But halfway through I start going, oh fuck, I'm gonna lose everybody watching. But really, that's the sausage making, as they say, right? That's the reality of it. That's what every one of us has got to deal with. Does this work? Oh fuck, that doesn't work. Could it be this? You're looking. It's a puzzle you're trying to solve. If you're into it, well, then then maybe you do get some value out of that. If you're just looking for shit, where do I buy it? Well, you probably left long ago.
Yeah. Go ahead and work on Top Hat and
Okay.
Frogger, and I'll do his tomorrow for sure.
Okay, got it. Okay. Top Hat Panda Magician. We'll finish up here. All right, I know he's going to have something interesting. I guess they wouldn't, if they were giving me something that was drop dead in the pocket, time to buy it, they wouldn't be posting it. They'd know what to do there. Okay, so I like Panda is really embraced the geometry. So look at all the confluence that he's got here. This is nice work. Okay, so is this a COVID low? COVID low. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Well, there's not a lot of context other than low to high. I got an impulse. This, who fucking knows what? So they. Just call it. So I would just look at that and call it a big 3. 1, 2, 3. We come down here for this. We're straight rip out of the chute. Oh God, that's gorgeous. So we get the impulse. Now we got an ABC coming down. So there's and I'm going to look at his subdivision here, and look what we've just done right here. So we're hitting the median line, and this is, sometimes with median lines, it's a bit of a hunt, right? You're looking for what is the market responding to. And this is pretty remarkable, the confluence here. So we're getting this median line at the golden zone, having completed the ABC. So let's get this out of here. So the initial channel, though, looks like you could double that and catch these upper, and oh fuck, I'm in log scale, can't do it. It looks like you'd have it looks like it's almost equidistant, maybe a little further here on the break of the channel. Now, is that a buy in there? Well, we are on the daily. Let's go down a little bit. 1, 2, there's the internal impulse. 3, 4. I see it, right? So he's got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Gives us our A. Sometimes the market doesn't cooperate. There's not much subdivision here, but you're kind of stuck with it. Looks like it's technical. So right here, it looks like 50, right? So it already came. So this algo has already gotten paid. All right, so you got this guy here has already taken profit here as it bumps into the next golden zone. So one's getting paid. It could be the same people for all we know. One's getting paid here. The other is now anticipating the reaction. So here you can see the confluence pretty well. Now, I don't know if you note this. You can see this as well. But there's the center line of this channel here is right there as well. Because it looks like he did clone it. Because I got a center line in there. He did something sexy. All right, so this is the center line of this channel, this right here, as we hit that at the golden zone, at the median line. Boy, God, I'm going to turn this off and go take this. Well, I wouldn't actually. So what I would do is do this. Right? So I would say, okay, show me the algo reaction, because we're not quite there. Show me the reaction. Take it. So, it looks like it's a good clean finish too. if we finish 1, 2, 3, there's the 4, 5. Now it's you know, that's coming down hard. Oh, this is stitch fix. I didn't even pay attention to what the asset was. So I'd be kind of curious, is this length of the 1 projected from the 4? We're coming in on the 2618. That's a pretty good rip. Well, we're past the 2618, but you need it because the looks like you'd have to do the 2 over here. So you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 1 leading diag into the 1, which I'm guessing this is why he's calling that, right? And he spotted that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leading diag, A, B, C into the 2. Here's the 3, 4. Nice finish here on the 5. So that gives us the 3. It's much like the B, right? You're just getting a straight rejection, right? Straight rejection. Oh, that looks like it might be at 38. You got that as well. Of course, that's a bit far for a front run. It could be off of the 2, the internal 2. There it is. Oh, it's a little thin on the finish, but looks like it's there. 3, A, B, C, 4. Waterfall. I got to have something. I got to have some little reaction there. Oh, we got earnings coming up. There we go. That would be the telltale. All right, so it looks like that's next week. Yeah. Oh, no. Is that possible? We're out in December? Yes, we are. So early December. So you got a little bit of time there. So all the more while I'd let this come down here. If it's going to react, look for it. And so where would the obvious resistance be, right? You can kind of just, okay, if we get a reaction there, that's a reasonable spot to anticipate, even the median line, right? Reasonable, or is that? Oh, shit, I can't tell what that's tied to. So if I came to this, right, I would anticipate the resistance there. Now, can I get through? Right, because you'd be looking for the 3 there. What is that? Oh, we got 2 median lines on this. So he's got a shift on this, right? So we're coming down. So that's the lower. Is it? No, it's not. So this is, I got a channel. I got to hide that. Oh my God, he's got so many things on here. So we've got another set of median lines here that we're heading towards the lower parallel. Do you see that here? So if it stands out a little more. No, I got to change that. Oh, fuck. Shift. All right, so we're heading. So this, no, God, that's pretty. Nice work, Panda. That's really good. Trying to get into that pocket. Now there are not many other technical methods that are going to give you that level of confluence and that level of precision. I mean, look at all the things that had to happen just to get to that pivot right there. I had to have a 1, 2. I had to have an impulse here. Right? I get it. 3, 4, 5. This, all right, all we're trying to do is figure out the correction. So I had to have this. I had to correct it. This is technical, right? We already just looked at that. This was right at a 50. I have to get a 1, 2. I have to get that impulse there. Got to correct it. I have to finish with a 5. Now, so what I'm asking the market to do here is to make a trend change. So before I do that, how do we define a trend, right? Series of higher highs, higher lows. Well, an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows. Well, at the very least, I need to have a higher low. I may not get my higher high here, right? That's the calculated risk you got to take. But at least give me half of it. At least give me the higher low, so I'd be in position to get a higher high. Now, what am I going to run into, right? I'm going to have some geometry resistance to deal with. Definitely going to have, now I don't have this pivot, but let's say we got that. I mean, you can just see it coming. Where am I going to bump into that? Oh, 1, 2, 3, right? Again, map it out. Oh, I'm going to test that outer parallel for my 4. Now, if I break here, now I know, right? Now I know, okay, trend change. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, ooh, higher low. Right? Because if I'm right here, do I know what's coming next? Right? You can just see it, right? You can see how would you know that that's not A, B, C, and 1, 2? How would you know? Well, that's a trick question because you wouldn't know. The only way you could even consider putting money at risk there, because you're like, hey, wait a minute, man, I don't want to buy right into that. Right? And I would suggest, right, that just because it tapped it once doesn't mean they're not going to defend again. You don't know here. The only way you can make a trade here and not just be, again, just rolling dice is because of the context. What came before it? What came before it is a very clear 3. 1, 2, and all of the subdivision is there, right? So I qualified it. So I've got a qualified pivot here. Now, what else can I add to that? Oh, no, Top Hat Panda is putting in all of this geometry. Jesus, I think he's got 4 confluence points there, plus a golden zone. So the only thing he left off was this, assuming we get the pivot there, which we don't know. Now, let's put that together. Okay, so what do I know? All right, let's say I get this. All right, I get a little reaction. Well, there's going to be a reaction, right? Doesn't mean it's not going to break, but there's sure as fuck there's an algorithm there, right? Dominant to dominant, there's going to be a reaction. Now, so I have this corner. So I know that if, right, heavy emphasis always on if this holds, right? So look at all the conditions I have here into this. If that holds, I got 80% probability of getting there. Right, now that could be a giant A, B, C, and it could come down lower, and you don't know how that's going to ultimately play out. But I sure as hell have got a sexy target there, coming off of this golden zone, off of all the work he put into that. Right, so the average trader is not going to do that. They're just not. They're too lazy. Right, that's your advantage. They're not going to do, look at all the work he put into that. Number one, first he had to count it out. First he had to know how to count it out. Then he had to get into all that intricate detail and know what he needed to qualify it. Then he puts on top of it all of this geometry just to say, oh my God. Now that's what you want to look for when you're trading. It's not, well, maybe, could be, well, oh shit, I'll take a run at it. Let's see what happens, right? You're just gambling. This is trading. This is speculating. Right, so you guys know this famous old saying, shit, I feel like I've said this a million times, but what's the difference between gambling and speculating? Right now you guys can't answer me, but when you're gambling, you put your money on the table knowing the odds are against you, but you do it anyway, right? Because you're there for the fun, the thrill, the endorphin rush. You might get lucky. When you're speculating, you don't want to be a gambler. When you're speculating, you, at least per your trading methodology, believe the odds are in your favor. Well, how would you get to believing your odds were in your favor? Well, just right off the bat, before anything else, I've got a golden corner pocket here. So I know I've got 80% odds if that holds. So if it rolls over here and it comes down, right? So 80% is not 100%. How's my risk reward here? Right? If I get that. Right? These are the foundational principles of trading. If I take this trade and I get stopped out, next trade. Right now, this has got a beautiful setup, so I'll be a little sad because of all the work and how gorgeous that is. But if it goes a little bit lower, right, I lose the algo. That's what you're hoping. That's why you like this trade. I don't want to lose the algo because I got a big push here. I need that big push. I need an algo at this size, right? I can get one. If it breaks, I can pick up another buy side, but I don't get it the same way. I don't get it with this as a target. If this breaks, lose him. I can get there, but I don't have this as the target. Well, shit. I mean, it could still kick there, but you're going to need a big push here out of that. That's why you want the algo if you can get it. The other thing, which I hope this is like screamingly self-evident, if this is my target, right, how's my risk reward here? That's the name of the game, right? So all of this, and see, this is how I interpret it. This solving the puzzle, you have to like that, right? That chart that I couldn't quite get clarity on, that will eat at me all day until I figure it out, right? It's just from doing this for so long, right? If I get a count I can't figure out, it just gnaws at me. I'm going to figure it out. So 1, 2, 3 coming down here. Now I know I've got all of the ingredients for a speculative investment here because I believe, right? And I know Top Hat Panda's thinking the same thing. I've got odds working for me here. And if I'm wrong, right? Because I know I'm going to be wrong more often than I'm right. If I'm wrong here, what's the impact to my account? Can they hurt me here? Nope. I might take stop. Nobody likes a stop, right? I get stopped out. Fuck. Boy, I really set that one up. It was nice. Next trade. Right? Am I going to find one this good? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe you have to wait. Maybe you have to look for a week or two to find something that's got that much technical confluence. It's worth waiting for. What do we got here? 56 to 1. Is that worth looking for? Worth waiting for? And that, or keep in mind, that's assuming we only hit the first target. Right? Doesn't look like that would be 1, 2, 3. I mean, shit, it might be. Right? What's the actual target for that third? Now, what are we talking about? Risk reward, right? You want to make a lot of money in trading? Here, I promise you, the hardest thing to do here would be not keeping your hands off your mouse. 392 to 1 in Stitch Fitch. Fuck, I can't even say it. Stitch Fix, maybe. Now, if I found something like this in crypto, I'd have ended the live stream 10 minutes ago so I could go buy it. Right? That's just phenomenal technical confluence, right? With only 392 to 1. So is that a trade to think about? Is that process? So really, ultimately, it's not about this one trade. It's about the process that he went through to create that trade. And still, right, you're trying to buy the turn there. Now, this one is so good, I might take a piece there just because it's so good. And the risk is so small. That's just fucking great work, Top Hat. Really well done. All right, we should probably wrap it there. I hope you guys got something out of that, right? So that's the benefit here of them posting it, right? Because I don't want it to be about me. I want it to be about them and what they're learning and then demonstrating. I mean, Top Hat was pretty good when he got here, but man, he's just fantastic work. All right, we should wrap it.
Do a quick DXY since it does kind of affect
DXY?
everything. Yeah, my Frogger posted that. He put a long
DXY
snippet with it, but
wait, no, he gave me a chart. I can use his chart.
Yeah, he gave you a chart.
Yeah, okay. I thought you wanted me to just bring it. Oh, he gave me a picture.
Yeah, but I was just saying he put a long snippet with it talking about it. But
Okay. So we'll finish here. Okay. Oh, and he gave me a happy Thanksgiving. My Frogger, good dude. Okay, so December space. So when the dollar reaches, well, we've looked at the dollar, so we gotta come back in here. Oh fuck, I hate to take that off. That's the copy. Oh fuck, let's go here. No, that's the copy. I don't want that one. Let's save it here. We'll do it over here. We've done the dollar. Oh good God, come on. I got so much open here, it's going to slow me down. Okay, so he's what is he thinking here? Well, this is we've looked at this many times, right? The very clear file. I got to get the fucking thing up. Why can't I get it up? I want to save. That didn't come out right, did it? Come on. Okay, DXY. I want futures. Well, I guess I can do index. We'll do the cash. All right, so let's go back to the daily, which... Oh, fuck. Oh, okay. I don't know if that's... I don't know whose that is, but we'll work with this, right? So this is what I was just saying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't remember who this is, but I already like your work. Okay, ABC coming in. So... Okay, looks like he's got a little Monty magic on here, some long-term support and resistance. So this is, this one you got to go out to, I think. Yeah, okay, so, I think we counted this different. Well, this is for, there's locking on me. All right, so.
I think that's Abdos.
Abdos, right. So, I mean, the work's good here. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I counted this a little differently. I think, oh, shit, here. So, at this degree, I think you're right here, 1, 2, but I think it's 3. So, I'm going to fuck with this just a little bit here. So, because there's a completed impulse here. Right now, are we done here? So, and the only reason I'm doing that is because here I can see this clear as a bell. All right, so let's go minuet. Oh, that'll work. Okay, so this is hard Hard to miss, right? Hard to not, I got to factor that in somewhere. This is just a straight, right? And that, so, but this, you know, I don't get great alternation here because this is kind of sideways and this is kind of sideways, but it looks like a WXY. 1, 2, 3, well, fuck, wouldn't A, B, C. I guess that could work just as well there. Okay, so clear 5, right? 1, 2, 3. Well, this is what we've done. We've looked at a couple of times, right? Again, hard to miss them. Why does he keep doing that when I... Okay, so is that a 1, right? So so I guess what I'm doing here from Abdo's work is giving him an alternate. So I'm going to take that off here. So A, oh, we locked him up on me. So let's think about that, right? So right, based on where we are here, probably not a 1. So A. Oh fuck, that could be an A. So let's put that over here for a second. All right, so it looks to me like 5 is still to come. So A, what is all this? I can get rid of that. Okay, so here's an A. Oh fuck, we'll go down here. So this is a little bit of a, this is that's COVID, right? So here's COVID. Okay, A, B. Some reason why it couldn't be. A, B, C. Let's just take a look here. Get on there. Oh, okay. So what's our... I think that's pretty locked and loaded on an A, right? I don't think we want to go WXY here. Oh, so this is a... You're going to fuck. A, B, C. So A, B, C. You're kind of... You know, that's a bit of an anomaly there with COVID. So the alternates here that you're done... It's so bearish if you're not done that you got to think twice there. Well, think about that. So if this is the B, right? Right? So if this alternate here, which is just that, it's just an alternate the way he had it labeled, that 5 it would be the most dominant influence to me, right? That 5 coming off of this 3, right? So right off the bat, the way he had it labeled is that we'd completed there. Well, that would be very bearish because then you'd be thinking A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, fuck. I suppose you go A, B, C. Let's make sure we didn't overlap there. Nope. So, I got Abdo stuff on here. I'm not sure he was ready for all that. That looks like 3. So we have the harder low here. Can I get done there? Oh, fuck. He's locked me up again. 1, 2. Well, that's not the start you want. You might have to do it this way. 1, 2, 3. Oof, that's a big... Can't say I like that. But let's just have a look. See, could that be it? Because the alternate is so bearish. Now, I am not a dollar bull, but we got to be realistic here. That... what's the alternate here that we're doing it this way? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that actually could work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jesus, every time I do that, I'm getting... That looks like that could work, actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That sucks, right? Truncation, last resort. That works. A, B, C, 1, 2. I don't want to connect those two. Well, there's the classic example, right? I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Right? It's much more likely that we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we finish down here. Now this, well, I guess if we're going to get a diag, let's consider this. that we're done here. Oh, pardon me, I guess it would be over here. Just out of curiosity. It's right to the 38. Off the 2. If I've got that right on there, which I do. Boy, that's so it's just getting cock blocked here. So this and that's right. When is the time there? May. Well, unless we're going to do a diet. Oh, Jesus Christ! Look where we just went. All right. So if it breaks that, we got to go to that one. This is the lowest low that would use. I don't like to finish with a truncation, but I got a feeling we're going to be stuck with that. So, that's Jesus. I'm on a 3-day here. Get a little more detail there. Well, it looks like it finishes with a diag, right? So something finished here. 1, 2. Looks like you got a 1, 1, 2 here. 1, 2. Well, these are skinny. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like that's a contender. I don't like the 2, but we hit something here, so that must be a long-term weekly or daily. I'm not sure what it is. Okay, I can live with that. So I don't like the 2, but 1, 2. Let's label it here. It looks like we can get it done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It gets in there. ABC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the dollar. So let's label them. 1, 2, working on 3, 4, 5. So I got to break the resistance to get through that. So kind of same thing here as I was talking about earlier. This is just a snapshot in time. I have an incomplete sequence of events here. It holds it. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Still barely. Higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So I'm trying to get this third to be done here. So let's get a target. Geez, I'm losing my voice. 1, 2. Well, the ideal target would be right here. If we can get that, 4, 5. Now, let's think about the implications. Does that make sense with what's going on with the Fed? You know, there's a part of me that would consider, you know, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Could that happen? Well, could that happen? Yeah, that could happen. We could go down that far. So A, B, 1, 2. Oh, shit. I guess we'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 still yet to come. So I wouldn't be eliminating that possibility here that the dollar gets in trouble. Well, so you kind of just think that through. Now, the general consensus is that eventually, either next year, likely next year, we're going to start raising rates, right? So that's bullish for the dollar. So the ABC, what do we have a flat here? So we have a nice flat here, 5, 3, 5, right? Truly, right? Kind of leaning into the idea that it's a flat and that we're going to double bottom here, even though we're finishing with a truncation. That's a little bit surprising, but I think we looked at this. If that's the 2 here, a little thin. Oh, pardon me. So it's from the 2 to the 3, so we're right where we want to be at. God damn it. All right, so, all right, let's put the whole thing together. So let's see how that looks. So from this 1 to this 2. Just shy, right? We didn't quite get to the 1618, but it makes me pretty good conviction that oh shit, I don't know what that is, but we got our 3 here. 1, 2, 3. Flat in the 4. It's a contender, right? We roll over here, and then we're putting it down here, right? Or rethinking it. Maybe we'll get there if we need to. Right now, that looks to me like this is the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, fuck. Oh, wait a second. Holy shit. Just catching that right now. Okay, I'm going to put that right there. Son of a bitch. Oh, okay, can't be that. So we can't go one, well, fuck. No, we don't want to diag there because this is an impulse. Well, I'm glad I caught that before I sent you off with something that had that big of an error in it. Okay, so it can't be that. So we got to go. Oh, shit. Maybe Abdo had it right the whole time. This is solid. Jesus, am I going to go into a diag? ABC? Oh, I don't like that. I guess I could do it. Really, I kind of like that ABC here. So that they can't be related. So this 4 has to go off here. So fuck, looks like we might have to do it this way. So I'm going to take this down to here. So this has to be here. Son of a bitch. Well, I just caught that. That kind of puts a monkey in the wrench. That's just too far. 1, 2. I want to finish that there. All right, we're going to have to do it that way. We're going to have to do it as an ABC. ABC. So you're digging the 2, 3, 4. ABC. Can't say I love it. I'm glad we caught that. A, B. Oh, no, no, that matters here. A, B. So it still would be the 3. Then we'd have the 4 here. Son of a bitch. Okay, right. As I liked it better as an impulse, but I don't think we can do it. So 1, 2. Even if I went 1, 2, 3, I can't. This can't be the 1. And I don't think there's an alternate there, unless this is. Well, that's son of a bitch. It sure looks like a 5, doesn't it? Well, maybe we can do 5, 3. Fuck. Yeah, we could do that. We could do 5, 3, 5, 3. We need a 5, so that's the alternate. So you'd have. Well, if I wasn't going to take 3 hours here, I'd put the alternate right next to it, so that I could have a 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. Because this still looks more like a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think that's how you'd do it. So you got two counts, right? The first one, which I just, so if you guys are working on this, there's your key pivot. 5, 3, 5, 3, 5 is an option. The size of the 2 and the 4 is actually pretty good as it sits right now. It's actually like this compared to this 2, actually pretty good. But you'd have to do it this way. So either you go with the ABC. It almost doesn't matter, right? So now, but with the exception of the fact that what are you expecting to come off of this? So if you're thinking 5, 3, 5, 3, right, you need 5. If you're thinking just straight diag, you need A, B, C. So it would matter, but it's only at this point, it's only going to matter in terms of how it finishes. So if it's because it looks like we're working on an impulse here. If you get to this point, you'd have to really, nail that down as to what actually is that an AB? Did we complete up here? 3, 4. Or are you going to get if you get a 5 here? Well, shit, you aren't going to know, right? You're not going to know until you. Right, do we come down or do you get that? Then you'd be back. It almost wouldn't matter, right? But you'd be back here tweaking this so the consistency of the count was there. All right. Okay. Well, I'm glad we caught that. That's a little. I should have caught that earlier. My bad. Okay. So I think we got everything, but Arcadeuce has got 1 left, and shit, I probably bored everybody to tears. Okay, let's wrap it there. I appreciate you guys that stuck around. Shit, I got shoulder cramp from that. I appreciate you guys. I hope you get something out of these. They're not easy, right? And so doing it on the fly, hopefully the fact that I struggle with it, hopefully there's some comfort there, because it's never, sometimes it's easy. I actually used to think of this one as being easy, and then here I am spotting that. So the sausage making, I know that's what you guys are going through. So I just kind of do it out loud there, and hopefully you get some benefit from that. Okay, with that, we'll wrap. Now you got Monte Crypto. Holy shit, I really did hurt my shoulder. You got Monte Crypto tomorrow, right? That's becoming, he's got a huge following amongst the membership, right? So don't miss that, particularly YouTubers. If you haven't seen what he does, it's very unique. This is going on. What are we doing, Monty? We're doing this through Monday at midnight? That sounds about right. Cyber Monday?
I think I went through... Yeah, I went through the 6th.
The 6th? Oh, aren't you generous?
Or
all right.
5th.
The 5th. Okay, we'll run it. We'll run it through the 5th. So you got time, right? You see this once a year, that 40%.
Yeah, I figured I'd run it a little longer since they get it once a year.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? But we never go that low other than Black Friday, right? So keep that one in mind. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys sitting through my trying to deal with these on the fly. I hope you get something out of it. With that, don't miss tomorrow. Are you 11:30 tomorrow?
Yeah, maybe a little earlier, but
okay.
We're going to go to mother-in-law's and cook turkeys, so I'll do something.
Okay.
May not be 2, 3, 4 hours like I normally do, but
yeah. Okay, good deal. Okay, guys, thanks for joining us. I appreciate all of you guys. Have a good afternoon, and